Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
The year was 1919. Barbasol shaving cream was invented by a dreamer named Frank Shields. The world's first modern shave cream, Barbasol changed the face of shaving forever. A few billion shaves later, Frank's dream lives on. Behind every face is a dream. Barbasol proudly salutes every fearless, self-assured, wide-eyed dreamer all across America. Celebrating 100 years. Barbasol.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. Men over 40, is your body feeling soft and not as lean? Are you losing your energy, drive, or even your passion? If so, you could be feeling the loss of growth hormone. The reality is, as early as 25, your natural production of GH begins to significantly slow down, which means you start slowing down. Well, listen to this. New GH Boost from Nugenix is the world's first and only non-prescription supplement that safely supercharges your body's GH production at night when it naturally occurs. Clinical studies show the ingredients in GH Boost can increase your body's own GH levels more than 100% in just the first 90 minutes. And right now, Nugenix is letting every man in America try a complimentary 2-week sample by texting TOWER to 231231 now. Get GH Boost and get your swagger back at the gym and in the bedroom. It's killing it at GNC, but you can only get your sample by texting TOWER to 231231. That's TOWER to 231231. Text TOWER to 231231.
Hey, it's Jamie Lynch. Football season is about to kick off, and that means it's time to list your futures bets on PropSwap. Did you know that last year's Tampa Bay Bucks were 60-1 before the season started? Now, that's a futures bet. You just never know. Or maybe you do. Sports bettors cash in early and often when they list long shots on PropSwap. The average PropSwap seller makes $500 a month just listing and selling tickets. Join us. Go to PropSwap.com or download the free app. PropSwap is where America buys and sells sports bets.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000. Plus, get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families joined together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpele's Italian Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpele's family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpele's Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at CorpelesBakery.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And we start this Tuesday edition of The John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hopefully you are having an amazing start to your day. If you're up late, maybe heading home from work, we had the gentleman call the other day that said we're like his post-game show on the way home. We appreciate that, and we hope that you have a great day with us. Our 6 o'clock hour is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. And for those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel, do not be distracted by, I'm using a pen today, not a Sharpie, because I guarantee that will become a, where's this Sharpie? There it is. No, I'm using a pen. I don't usually use pens, Bob, but I love this pen.
Big news, John.
Look at this pen, Bob. That is a nice pen.
Good pen.
The rubber tip, really nice.
Yeah, I've used that.
A chunkier
solid
pen. Yeah, they're solid.
I typically don't like the chunky pen.
You don't like a chunky pen?
No.
You have big hands.
Yeah.
You have big, clunky hands.
I like the best is the G2 gel point
See, I don't like gel points.
Oh.
See, it can't be.
Yeah, those.
See, I can't use
got
the
the
gel
G2 gel points.
Do you smear? Do you smear when you're right, though?
Occasionally. You got to live with that.
Remember, I'm a converted lefty to a righty. So I write incorrectly, so I smear. Because of the way I have to hold the pen. So that's the pen portion of the show today as we get rolling. I can tell you that Coach has got some issues that he wrote in the 6 a.m. show open, but we'll talk about that at a later time. Or maybe we won't. Just a few weeks ago, I toyed with the idea of having the Phillies magic number behind me on the wall. And that is the look that Bob Cooney gave me without these sound effects that day when I talked about it. Imagine the Braves, right now tripping up because the Braves have a magic number of their own. By the way, it's 34. So the Braves number is 34. Last night, we have finally something good news to celebrate because the Phillies found a way to cut into the first place lead of the Atlanta Braves. They found a way last night. The Braves lost to the Yankees, which made very happy. Do we have John Sterling just saying it? Because if I hear this 5 times today, I'll be happy. Hearing John Sterling just give you the Yankees win.
Yankees win. The Yankees win.
There you go. Yankees 10 in a row. I guess the Braves 9.
Hottest team in baseball.
There you go. Keep it going, Yankees. Keep it going. Every Braves win and every Phillies loss is going to lead us closer to an agonizing end. That's for us, not for Bob, because he was smart enough not to get his hopes up. The Rays, a tough challenge the next couple nights. I think it's essential that this team gets on a roll. And unfortunately, we need the Braves to start rolling back down the hill. You went from a game and a half up to 5 games back to now you wake up this morning 4.5 out. I'm not saying you have to sweep Tampa, but you've got to at least these are your 2 games in the next 12 that are against teams with a winning record. So this is the split. Get the split. Whatever way necessary, get the split. And then get your backsides to work. And I will still say it today, emphatically. I still believe a September pennant race of some sort is coming. Whether it's 3 games back, 2 games back, we're watching with the bated breath. I know it sounds like wishful thinking to Bob. And that's where we get started this morning with Bob, with Jamie, with Pat, with Coach, with Mike, with Connor. It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And that's what we're down to, Bob, is you hate it when you need help. When somebody has to help you to get back into the race. Where you're like, I'm listening to the Yankees and the Braves last night on the Major League at Bat app in order to just stay going, can we get some help? Can we get a little help here?
And one of the reasons you hate it is because you've put yourself in that position.
Correct.
So, just crunching some numbers a little bit here. All right, so do you remember that glorious Sunday when the Phillies honored Roy Halladay?
Yes.
And then Zach Wheeler went out on the mound and threw a 2-hitter.
That's the last time by the way, it's the last time we've seen Zach Wheeler.
Oh, it was glorious. It was a beautiful day. I stopped in a bar into a brewery and had a beer to watch the final few innings. Well, guess what? The Phillies went to 59-53 that day. 6 games over 500. The lead over the Mets.
Game and a half. Or it was game
2.5.
And game and a half over the Braves.
And a game and a half there. First place, right? Glorious. 8-game winning streak. We were all pumped up. In the 11 games after that, the Phillies went 3-8. This goes up to Saturday night against San Diego, not Sunday where they broke out a little bit. They went 3-8. In those games, John, what do you think they hit in those games? Just ballpark.
Batting average?
Batting average. Just 11 game span.
227.
James?
214.
Pat?
235.
Give me a lusty 174.
No way. Wait a minute.
60 for
11
3
games?
In 11 games where they went 3-8 right after the 8-game winning streak.
And they went 3-8 hitting that.
They went 60 for 344, averaged 2.5 runs a game. That's kind of hard to do coming off an 8-game winning streak. You're playing your best baseball of the season. You get to first place, and you go 3 for your next 11 in wins.
That
3
sounds
and 8,
impossible.
174 you hit from the plate, 2.5 runs a game. Look,
Was somebody missing from the lineup? Yeah, he has been since August 5th, or he had been since August 5th.
The MVP is missing from the
team
line.
MVP. There's a difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure
That's crazy that we're throwing all this, and I'm not disagreeing with you, James, but if you were to have said to me that Reese Hoskins is the difference on this team...
I know. I'm a guy that's questioning even what he is. I mean, he might be. He's your only 100 RBI guy if he doesn't get hurt. Like, you can't, in a streak where you're putting up maybe 2 runs a game, you can't help but see the correlation there. I mean, it's a kudos to Reese Hoskins. He's been incredible this year offensively.
Offensively, he's tremendous. That's why we need the DH.
And with a team that doesn't have a lot of firepower, because there's no real power. McCutchen had his streak. Outside of Bryce and Reese, there's nothing. So you need, like, if you lose that, you're crippled.
Yeah.
And offensively speaking, he comes back and they explode. Like,
okay, wait a minute.
It's crazy.
I still can't get over 174 over 11 games.
Hey, listen to their hit totals
over
in these
11 games. That doesn't make sense.
They had 7 hits in the Diamondback series.
7?
Yeah.
I thought they had 4 one night, 3 another night.
Arizona, they had 3 hits, 4 hits. They had 7 hits. They had 14 altogether. 14. But in that 11 games,
it seemed like it. Jim.
Yeah. In those 11 games, 6 hits, 7 hits, 4, 5, 8, 7, 3, 4, 7, 5, 4.
Okay,
that's anemic.
That's terrible.
Right?
And you were facing bad pitching.
And you're on an 8-game winning streak. You're playing your best ball of the season, and you go against, tough team, L.A., Cincinnati, but then Arizona and San Diego? I mean, that's horrible.
I was on Twitter last night rooting for the Yankees. Just put a little tweet out there to the...
I love the Yankees.
To the Atlanta folks saying, boy, I'm sort of rooting for the Yankees tonight. And I get one of my buddies, nothing more pathetic than a Phillies fan rooting for the Yankees when I know you hate the Yankees. And Pat, I said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, how's that pathetic?
I think
you need the Braves to lose.
Right. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I guess he was upset that I went onto Twitter and said, I'm sort of warming up to the idea.
You popped into a safe space with some bad thoughts, and he was upset about it.
He's upset. Giving me grief.
As if the shoe was on the other foot, he wouldn't be.
Of course.
He wouldn't be cheering for the Yankees. Stop.
We need this.
It's ridiculous.
We need this. It sucks, though, when you're waiting for someone else to help you out, Pat.
Oh, it's not fun. You'd rather take care of business yourself, but I have no problem, throwing on some Yankees hats for the next 2 days.
Just one. Yeah, we only have one day.
I'm a big Tino Martinez fan.
Well, good thing for us is the Mets and Braves never choke.
Look at the roster, Pat.
Jorge Posada. Let's go.
Do that. When are the Braves choking?
During the 90s, like an entire decade.
That has nothing to do with it. You realize most of the Braves, some of them weren't even.
That's fine.
Some of them weren't even born.
Choking franchise.
Some of them weren't even born.
Should have won 3 or 4 World Series.
Just let him go. He's on a roll.
It's passed down in the locker room in the HVAC system.
Let me tell you this one. I'd much rather be there. And I hear,
of course.
I hear Phillies fans say this all the time. I'd much rather be there. To me as a fan, let me have that run. I'll take it. Even with the agony, I'll take it. It's like the Andy Reid era.
I guess.
I'll take the Andy Reid era over all the other crappy eras that came before it in Eagles football.
Yeah, they should have won more than one.
They should have. But still, I don't get. I'd rather
one of the best pitching rotations ever.
I'd rather have that than not be there at all.
Well, yeah,
sure. Baseball than not be there at all.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me, it's
going into a season for 13 straight years or whatever, knowing that you're a prohibited favorite, not only to win the National League in the Braves case or the NFC East in the Phillies or in the Eagles case.
It was wonderful.
That's a great time.
That's a great feeling, and I'll take it anytime. Now let's have Yankees. Let's do the Yankees win again tonight. Can the Yankees win one more time? Do us a favor. So these are the only 2 games you play in your next 12 against a winning team, and the Rays are really good. This is a really good Tampa team coming.
Well, you got Zach Wheeler going in game 2, so no excuses.
Where's he been?
Needed him last game.
Since the Roy Halladay game?
He was okay until the end when it imploded on him. But
that's great, Mrs. Lincoln.
He needs a stellar game here Wednesday night.
Other than the shooting, how'd you enjoy the play?
Yeah.
I mean, the
ending was shocking.
Yeah, it was it was terrible. By the way, was the ending? Did he got shot during the play?
Yeah.
So
because he jumped down. He jumped out on stage.
Right, because he didn't see the ending.
Yeah, Lincoln went back the next night to catch the part that she missed.
So she missed it.
Yeah, there was a guy there too that was like, "Man, these special effects are incredible."
Did they have special effects back then, Pat?
It was John Wilkes Booth in a balcony,
and he broke his leg jumping on stage.
Have you seen that? Have you been to that theater?
Yes, I have many times.
I've not been in it. I've always wanted to go in it.
I've been in it.
You've been in
it's
it.
really
Did
cool.
they do a tour of it?
Yeah.
Because it's
And he
right
died right across the street. He was taken into somebody's
it was a
house.
while, though. It was a couple days,
It was
wasn't
like a week or 10 days.
Yeah, it was like
no.
So
I thought it was 2 or 3
he
days.
hung on for a while.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
We went on one of the bus tours where they let you jump in and jump on and jump off, and it was right there at that theater. But it was when they started the bus tour, it was too early to get in the theater.
Yeah.
I've always
It's
wanted
pretty
to see
cool.
it. I can't. That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
is just being able to
DC's great.
jump in the car. Nah, I'll jump in the car and go down there, or take the train.
Take the train if you
Stay
can.
the night.
Train.
Is
Train
that
is the best.
So take the train and stay.
Oh, yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
just stay a night?
Yeah.
Pack a little bag, stay the night. Hey,
Do a
enjoy.
weekend.
I would take Amtrak because you can enjoy the superior comfort of a Acela for less. They've got these saver fares, which are one-way trips from Philadelphia, as low as $43. Book early and save at Amtrak.com. We're going to get more into that Aaron Nola thing, by the way, because maybe Amtrak can step in and can help.
Yeah, we need you out.
The only thing is, though, is that Aaron Nola didn't even win that start, so I disagree with the premise.
But he still pitched well.
Yeah, he
that was
pitched
Joe
great.
He
Girardi's
did.
fault.
So it was Joe Girardi's
In
fault,
hindsight,
though.
being 2020, yes.
I still was trying to explain it to a guy yesterday on email. I do not. I told you. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. That was a coin flip decision
Yeah.
and a gut instinct decision. And I want Joe Girardi to make more gut instinct decisions. But the logic of letting him pitch that many pitches flew in the face of every bit of data that we know in baseball over the last, it was 2013. So like last 8-9 seasons that we know of, where letting a guy pitch that into a game that doesn't usually pitch past the sixth.
And it's his career high in pitches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It flew in the face of everything that I normally think Girardi would do.
Yeah.
So maybe he's being George Costanza. He's
it
going
was-
the opposite.
It's going chicken salad on rye.
Exactly. It was something he should have done maybe earlier in the year when you didn't have a closer. You were still trying to find out, but that's exactly what you brought Ian Kennedy in here
Bring
for.
him in here for. All right, now, Bob, when you would see the Sixers schedule in the beginning of this season, would you sit and analyze it? I saw Austin Krell, by the way, a guy that I enjoy on Twitter. Really like his stuff on the Painted Lines site. You can check that out, writing about the Sixers. I like his stuff. He gets into this like weird analysis and everything. I am confused. The Sixers are going to play 1/3 of their schedule playing back-to-back games. So I had to go read the commissioner himself when they talked about extending the NBA regular season by more time with the Players Association to avoid back-to-back games. The Sixers had 13 back-to-back games on their 82-game schedule. That's 1/3 of their schedule is being played back-to-back. Bob, I thought that, plus 2 West Coast trips, which is incredible travel. I thought they fixed this, the NBA. So I go back and I read, because I'm a dork, and I have the time, as I don't have a family here with me. I went back and read Commissioner Silver when he talked about the extension of the regular season in the NBA. Number one thing that they listed was eliminating back-to-back. Eliminating, he used. We want to eliminate as many back-to-back games as we can. Sixers had 13 back-to-back situations, 1/3 of their schedule. Then he talked about the fact is we'd like to make the travel situation easier, where teams travel less miles in the air, and we've analyzed that. So we want to be able to manipulate the travel schedule, and we can do that more if we, have this longer schedule. I sort of think you can do too much analysis of schedules, but I think the Sixers got screwed. I don't like the schedule.
It goes back to what was the norm.
Correct.
I mean,
But I thought they did this to avoid this.
Yeah, they were talking of it. Now you have to have 2 West Coast trips. There's just no way you can't go out west and play.
One's over Christmas.
The Nets did.
Yeah,
The Nets
I
did
mean,
an
early.
amazingly long one last year, though.
But they had 2.
Where I think they hit the California teams in one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so usually what you do is, they'll divide it up a little bit. The Sixers would always be on the West Coast during Christmas time because that's when Disney on Ice.
Disney on
came
Ice,
in.
right?
Right, and then you'd get another one.
Do you have
usually,
tickets to that, by the way, Jamie?
No. Usually,
I will this upcoming December.
Usually it was in like April that you would hit West Coast again for maybe 3 more. You can't throw them out there for like, I don't know. If you threw them out there to do all West Coast at one time, you'd be out there for like 3 weeks. I don't think that benefits anybody either.
No, but how about just letting them go to California once?
Ben would love it.
Do the California trip once. Do Sacramento, Golden State, and the 2 LAs. That's one trip. That's the furthest you have to travel.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not much difference. In all honesty, I don't think there's much difference between Denver, Atlanta, Utah. You know,
so you did it a lot.
Yeah,
you don't
I did it all the time. It's really not. Once you're on a plane for 4.5 hours, what difference does it make if it's 5 or 4? You know what I mean? So you have to divide those two up. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. There was supposed to be a conscious effort of making travel easier for these teams. And
I thought there was.
With the 13 back-to-back. Like, I went back and looked at the 18-19 season. They had 12 back-to-backs and the 2 West Coast trips.
And last year, there was a different schedule because you can't do the amount of games. Yeah. You can't do the amount of games.
Yeah, so 18-19 is what I went back to, the last so-called normal season. And this schedule is just exactly similar.
And I just am confused by it.
Yeah, they made such a big point about, having the players' backs when it came to the schedule and preventing load management and this and that. And don't lie to us. It's fine.
You just can't do it.
Well, don't make a big deal about it.
Don't say it.
Yeah, it might not logistically work out. So just don't make a big point about it, and people will not notice.
Yeah.
Now you pointed it out. Now it's weird.
I'm just confused by it, and it just seems like they did do a TV schedule. But I also noticed, too, the NBA must not think that, like, the Sixers' national television presence is good, but it's not, I mean, they're sort of similar to some of the other teams that I don't consider to be championship contenders. I'm wondering, is the NBA short selling the Sixers?
Well,
a bit.
I think the NBA as a whole kind of has the feeling that Philadelphia has as a whole, and that's a sour taste in your mouth of the product. They expected a lot. They were, Joel Embiid is a pretty thrilling player in the NBA's eyes. Second in MVP voting, that's all good, and they lose again in the second round, and there's the turmoil with Ben Simmons and everything like that. It leaves a sour taste in the NBA's mouth.
Like, I know Milwaukee's the NBA champions, but if I'm running a television network, I am realizing that Milwaukee's a horrible TV market, and I don't believe I don't believe the Milwaukee Bucks are a team Americans are flocking to their televisions for. And I may be incorrect on that. Or I may be sour grapes that they
No, but the world might have interest in the Bucks. Maybe.
Yeah, but they're worried about American TV ratings.
Yeah.
They're worried about TV ratings in the United States.
I mean, it is Giannis.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, Milwaukee, does that...
No, their base
doesn't thrill anybody.
No,
yeah.
it's not a sexy team.
No, but
they're a champion.
I understand why Giannis is getting pushed.
Okay. So, I mean, if I'm the NBA, I'm still saying to myself, I'm in the room. And I would be saying this if I'm not a Sixers fan. I'm saying the Sixers were the number 1 seed. And the Sixers were the best team over the course of the season. And yes, they did screw up in the postseason. But wouldn't you expect them to be back in that neighborhood next year? At least in the neighborhood?
In the neighborhood, yeah. I think, it seems weird. So remember when Joel Embiid hurt himself making the move against the Houston Rockets on the national TV game?
Yeah, he played 39 minutes.
Right, and everybody was like, oh my God, they threw him on there just because it was on national TV. Well, it seems so long ago, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem like ages ago?
Forever ago.
And that's when the Sixers were becoming let's look at this team. They're on national TV. Let's look at this. I don't want to say it's run its course, but that's how long ago the NBA was enthralled with Joel Embiid and the Ben Simmons and the Sixers and stuff. And since then, what have they 19? Really? No, I think it was earlier than that.
Earlier than that. That was 18.
Yeah, so I think, not that it's run its course, but I think it's the NBA kind of thinking, well, what have you given us lately? You're a second-round failure.
Pat, you think America's tired of the Sixers?
I don't think America's tired of the Sixers. I just don't think that when you get bounced in the second round, you deserve all these nationally televised games.
Okay.
I think the reality is we look at the Sixers like, okay, they have this exciting star, but this has been a disaster of an offseason that we all expect them to trade Ben Simmons eventually. If they trade Ben Simmons, I think America looks at the Sixers as a one-trick pony.
Do you think if I said to you right now, gun to your head, Pat, Sixers finish behind or even with the Atlanta Hawks next year?
Ooh.
I do not believe they will. I think the Atlanta Hawks will... That we're going to say, man, that's the team. I think it's going to piss us off.
Sixers will finish better.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll take that bet.
And I think that the Hawks, we're going to be saying to ourselves, we lost to that team.
Mm-hmm. I think so, too.
They got hot for 2.5 months.
They'll probably be like a 5 seed.
Yeah. I don't see them being, but now they're enamored with the Hawks. The networks seem like they're
Sixers
excited about the Hawks.
at worst finish third.
Yes. I think that's fair today. Yeah. If Ben Simmons is part of the team.
Yeah, I think they're better than Miami, better than Boston, and then you're there with Brooklyn and Milwaukee.
I could see Atlanta being a 6-7 seed next year.
It's possible. Boston's going to be better.
Boston's better, Miami's better.
Yeah,
Boston
Miami's
and Miami
better.
are better, right? I mean...
Yeah.
I think the Hawks doubled down on a playoff run. Like the John Collins contract, I think is great for the Eastern Conference. Because I think they overpaid for John Collins. And to me, that's a great thing. They got suckered into 2 good months of basketball, Pat.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
you seem more contemplative about this.
I'm not that high on the Sixers going into next season. I'm having some impure thoughts.
Well, we're talking regular season where they're good.
Regular season,
yeah, where they're good.
Impure thoughts.
Yeah,
I
don't like these thoughts in my head.
The idea of the impure thoughts. We'll have FanFest tickets to give away, and we'll tell you about a fantastic after party where I had to clarify on 3 emails yesterday that we're giving away 25. The guy said, "How many TVs are you giving away?" We're giving away 25 75-inch TVs. By the way, I am looking to purchase a 75-inch TV for the man cave.
They're great.
But I'm ineligible, I was told, to win one of these TVs at the after party. So there you go. So, all right, we've got a lot coming up for you in the show, and we hope you're going to stick around all morning long. Where do you stand on the use of the word we? I saw a crazy, venomous debate about it. We'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. You know the Parx Sportsbook? It's the official sportsbook partner of the real sports fan. And now you've got a pennant race. No matter how it looks, you've got an opportunity to believe in the Phillies or to not believe in them. And you can watch that money line shift during the middle of a game. Let's say you are doing something with the family. You come in late. It's the 3rd or the 4th inning. You can still bet on that Phillies game on the money line and bet on individual player performances, over-unders on hits, home runs, strikeouts, more. Plus, all the other things you're going to be looking to bet on during football season, like the parlays and the spreads and the props and the teasers and all those things. You can get a risk-free bet right now. Do you think the Eagles are going over 6.5? Get the Parx Casino Sportsbook app, download it, get a $500 risk-free bet. Go to parxcasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC. Follow along on Twitter at Parx Sportsbook. You're going to get daily specials, links to podcasts, and more. You've got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning Contractors. Visit nopaybryant.com for flexible spending options on a new heating and cooling system.
ESPN Radio presents This Day in Sports.
It was Labor Day 1995 at the ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Robin Ventura launched a grand slam to put the White Sox up 8-4. In the following inning, Ventura once again came to the plate with the bases loaded and once again launched another grand slam. The Sox went on to win 14-3. Ventura is tied for the 5th most grand slams with Willie McCovey with 18.
Brought to you by the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card.
You're gearing up to get back out on the field, so you ordered ball game essentials like a new glove, cleats, and a jumbo pack of sunflower seeds. And you used your Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards that you put toward the cost of an essential piece of your post-game recovery. A heating pad. Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Another day. Another unknown. It could bring your biggest order yet, or a new cyber threat. Whatever happens, Comcast Business will keep you ready with a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a great offer from Comcast Business. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $650 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle when you buy online. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Prepaid card offer ends 9/21/21. Call or go online for details.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly Auto Parts specializes in keeping your car on the road. Not sure how much life is left in your battery? Our professional parts people will test it for free. If it does need to be replaced, we'll help you find just the right one to fit your car. Our Superstart batteries are built to handle even the toughest conditions. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I said Chantilly lace and eggshell, not matte.
Colby's interior design consultancy is floored with new clients.
Wait, what am I looking at here? This looks like plaid.
They need an admin with an eye for design and a knack for numbers.
Okay, hey, look, take a look at this. Do those numbers look right?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people, and now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesar rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing!
Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Moisture in your house, cracks in your basement floor or walls, eroded foundation. These are all signs you could have mold in your home. DryTech Waterproofing Solutions is one of the top-rated mold remediation companies in Pennsylvania. Calling DryTech immediately could save you substantial repair costs down the road. They offer free evaluations, and Fanatic listeners can take advantage of 15% off just for mentioning the Missinelli Show. Don't let mold in your home. Visit DryTechCorp.com. It's DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your investment.
Make this the summer of Ram, with the only truck brand to win Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 years in a row. Head into your Ram dealer for a great deal today. Right now, financing at $5,550 in total values on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Total values include combined cash allowance and 2300 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Package value based on combined value of individual package items. Financing for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 8/31/2021.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Welcome to a place where everyone deserves to be better protected, where technology has your back, where you can have better protection and keep more money in your pocket, where you can have protection for your car, your home, your phone, and even your digital identity. Welcome to a place where your entire life can be better protected. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Staples Connect has everything for back to school at amazing prices. Right now, Staples comp books, 2-pocket poly folders, 24-pack Crayola crayons, and 8-pack Pep Rally No. 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. So your student won't just be ready for school, they'll be first day of school pop quiz ready.
It's showtime.
Visit your local Staples store or staples.com/back to school today and get more than ready for school with amazing prices for everything on your list. Ends 9/18, limit 30, prices may vary online.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring this Sunday to take on YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers exclusive 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. So now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. You can win $150 on a $5 bet. That's why they're America's #1 sportsbook. So don't miss out on your chance to win $150 on a $5 bet on either fighter to win. All you have to do is download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and use promo code Bob to get in on the action. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit required. Max bonus $150. Risk-free bet refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms for both offers at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Our friends at Martin Law are the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Coach, people want to check out whether you did anything to add to your life last night. Or did you take away from it more? Did you take another hour and some off your life with 2 hot dogs?
No, I think we added time. I don't remember what the numbers were, but yeah. I added
25 minutes with a peanut butter and jelly.
Cam wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner last night, and I made it. Fresh bread. I had one.
Do you usually have stale bread or?
No, but I mean, like you take the bread out and it's nice and soft and it smells good. And I got sucked into it.
Forgot to text you guys, but I went and got hot dogs yesterday.
Where'd you get hot dogs?
Went to Nifty 50s. As soon as the show was over, I went to Nifty 50s.
You didn't
all that hot dog talking. I didn't get the
milkshake too, did you?
Yeah. You got to be healthy.
So you did the milkshake.
I'm health conscious.
I don't know if the milkshake takes any. Well,
it brings all the boys to the yard.
There's milk in it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something. I can't do the milkshake, but I'm surprised at the girls. So Christina comes in the other night from grocery shopping. And I said, "That's your grocery shopping?" Now the girls are trying to make sure they always stay fit and trim and everything. And I'm like, how come you eat differently now? Because the two of you, I would prefer to eat a bigger lunch and a less dinner. Now they're eating like smaller dinners, which is what I would always prefer, a smaller dinner during the week.
Well, it's better health-wise before bed.
I just don't feel like eating as much later in the day. I'm around 1 o'clock.
If I had my druthers, I would eat big breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I can't do that.
You have your druthers. Nobody has your druthers. You have them. I always hear that
yes, but my waistline would then follow my druthers, and I'd be in trouble.
So druthers, what are druthers?
That's a great question.
Any idea what druthers are? Pat's usually the endless fountain of knowledge.
I don't know, but I will have an answer for you.
Why does nobody have their druthers?
It's just a person's preference in the matter.
Okay, but why don't you have them?
I don't know. Let me try and find the origin.
How could you lose your preference?
Well, my preference is to eat big. My physical
But people always say
limitations.
if I had my druthers.
I mean, if I had my way all the time, you don't get your way all the time.
It'd be sex all day, 3 meals a day, bunch of double IPAs, and I'd be healthy as an ox.
So that would
but that's not reality.
Your druthers are pretty cool.
Your druthers are like that.
Yeah, I'll bang that. Put some sports on TV.
Like a 20-year-old boy's druthers.
Yeah, basically.
It's never changed.
I haven't changed.
What do you think of broadcasters and fans using we? I saw a Twitter debate that I went down a rabbit hole about that was getting very nasty. Like, shocking. It's a Twitter debate.
What? On Twitter?
Yeah. Where do you stand on the use of we when you are referring to the Eagles, the Sixers, the Phillies? And then conversely, what about your broadcasters using we? First of all, I couldn't believe how vicious and nasty the debate got about it, because somebody just pointed out a thing. It's like the annual reminder, you don't play for the team, so don't use we when you're talking about it. I always say, that sounds very pull up your butt. That sounds way too, like if somebody gets joy of saying we, it doesn't offend me.
So this is a passionate subject for me because I'm an offender.
Okay.
I use we.
How do you use we?
I think it's pretty obvious to everybody listening right now, to you guys, that when I say we, I don't mean I'm a member of the team. Like, duh.
Right.
I think that's pretty obvious. It goes without saying. I say it we as in Philadelphians because we have more stake in these teams than these mercenary athletes do. So I talk about we as the Delaware Valley, we as Philadelphia. We are going down to Atlanta to kick their ass week 1. We are. Obviously, we're not playing the game, but we as a community are supporting and uplifting this team, and we're taking on those honorless fans in Atlanta.
You have any issue with the we with fans, Bob?
I notice it.
So you do. Is that because you were a
because
writer?
of my background, yeah. I mean, obviously, if fans, okay, I can get away with fans saying it, and that's fine. I notice it, though.
So you do?
Yeah. Announcers, things like that, broadcasters, it's fingernails on the chalkboard.
Okay,
I think in-game is weird.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I noticed locally.
If I had my druthers, I would be able to use it, scot-free. And
Zoo never did. I never remember him using we.
No.
I don't think play-by-play people should.
Tom McCarthy does not use we.
But if I use we up here,
that's different. I think
different.
We, because what's weird is
I'm talking to Joe Hoagie Mouth in the car. We're we right now. We are Phillies fans going through this together.
You are Joe Hoagie Mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm really not saying that in a bad way.
You are the king of the Hoagie Mouth.
Like I had somebody that I used to work with in this industry confront me once about it.
Confront you?
Yeah, saying that I sounded ridiculous and that people won't respect my opinion. And I said, if they won't respect my opinion because of that, then I don't want them caring about my opinion. Like, get over yourself.
Pat, now it seems like Bob, because of his background, was a little more cautious with the we. Jamie and I both, I can't even give it a second thought.
I have so many other things to worry about.
Yes.
Like the wave is still a thing. And
That's a good point.
We're sitting here complaining about we, them.
Thankfully, I thought the reasonable people in the debate were saying exactly what Pat just articulated. You're actually worried about a fan saying we? Who cares? But an announcer, I do have an issue with it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like the announcer, I feel like, so Jamie brought up how I think the perception is, oh, you're on the team. And obviously that's
which makes me laugh.
I don't actually, I'm not walking around in a uniform. The announcer, though, because they travel with the team, I feel like when they use we, they actually do think they are a part of the team.
Well, yeah, because I've heard people say, I'm a season ticket holder. I buy the product, so I can say we. You sound stupid. You flat out sound stupid. You can't say we. Don't say we because of that. You say we because you're a fan.
Because you're tied to it for life.
Or as Jerry Seinfeld always says, we root for laundry.
Yeah.
You're tied to the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, you won't do. That's why I was very shocked with Devon Givens and Tyler Zulli and some others that wear other teams' gear.
Well, Devon has obvious reasons, too.
No, he wore it for fashion. Devon did a topic on this while you were on vacation.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I mean,
I can't wear another team. I won't wear another team's gear.
I won't, but I'm not very fashionable. I just like to be comfortable. Some people that, putting out that fashion drip, as the kids say.
You're wearing other teams' gear.
Yeah.
I find that much, Pat. I
drip,
find that
Bob.
much more
Drip.
offensive. And I know you would never do it. You would never. You're not wearing an Islanders hat because you think it's fashion.
I have one.
A Yankees hat.
I have one hockey jersey that's like a third Edmonton Oilers jersey that I just thought looked cool when I was 15. Every once in a while I'll wear it, but yeah, I like there are jerseys and logos that I think look cool. Like the Seattle Kraken's logo looks cool. I'm not a Kraken
Montreal Expos. When we were kids, I had a Montreal Expos hat when I was like 8.
I was surprised at that because Bob did chime in on that conversation. It was when you were away, Jamie, and Devon did a sort of a topic on it.
I have an old school Orioles hat. Like the black, orange, and white one.
I would get.
I love that hat.
In 20-some years in Atlanta, they would come by. We were the flagship of the Braves, Georgia Tech, University of Georgia. We'd go do shows, and they'd bring by the jersey. Now, I'm a Temple. People would be like, "You're a Temple graduate." I'm like, "I'm not putting on the Georgia jersey. I'm not doing it."
They're rivals.
I'm going to. They're not. But I'll hold it up. As you give it to me as a gift, say thank you very much. I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing the Braves. And I had Braves things that would just be hand off, but they'd put my name on it. So I'd end up like, I don't want to give it away to somebody. Yeah. And my brother would burn it. He'd put it in the fireplace and burn it, if it came to that. But I won't put on I'm not wearing other teams' gear.
No, I don't have any.
Fashion doesn't pass. To me, that is offensive. If I know
other team's gear?
Yes. If I know a Phillies fan, somebody who says, "Oh, I'm diehard Phillies," and you could put on a Yankee hat or an Oriole hat or whatever, I find that offensive.
Well, here's a good one. So the other day,
way too much to worry about, by the way.
When we did our pub crawl the other day, one of the guys that was with us from Imagine Lifestyle was named Dominic. And so when I first went to say hi to him, we're talking, he had on a Detroit Tigers hat. I go, you a Tigers fan? He goes, no, man, I just like the D because my name's Dominic. Like, okay.
It is a cool D.
I could argue with that.
It is a cool D.
I mean,
that was our Downingtown.
Magnum PI wore it.
We did our Downingtown jerseys back in the day. We redesigned the logo and we did that.
it is kind of like you see a guy with a Detroit Tigers hat, and because they're so bad, you're like, oh man, like I would have actually found like the one Tigers fan outside the area. And it's kind of a buzzkill, and they're like, no, I just like the logo.
No, I got I have my Lakers hat, my Miami Heat hat. I'm like, no, you don't like to me. But it's weird is that I'm saying I'm critical of people being upset about but I'm a damn hypocrite because it bothers me that somebody who's an Eagles fan would ever put on a Jacksonville Jaguars hat because they like the color.
It used to bother me way more.
It's the same. I'm a complete hypocrite.
Yeah, that used to bother me way more because I have no time for bandwagon hoppers, like no time whatsoever. So that used to really irk me, but I got older and I matured.
See, but it's like I'm saying to myself, man, I can't believe these people are bothered by and then I'm like, yeah, but I'm bothered by an Eagles fan wearing another NFL team's hat.
I don't think there's any announcers that actually do it because I think that's the most of. Are there?
Harry and Richie used to.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they were very. I think they were as big a homers.
Oh, well, there's always a homer-ism.
So you don't know,
you think?
Like, I don't know that Harry did it, the use of we.
I miss the Richie era.
But I'll tell you this, Philly used to be.
But Richie could say we.
Oh, Richie could.
He's a former player, yeah.
Gene Hart was a big homer broadcaster.
Sure.
Spectacular, but a big homer broadcaster. But I don't remember we. Like, I don't remember.
I don't remember it at all.
I don't like the we. From a broadcaster.
I like We Fit. I play it every day with my son Tommy.
What do you do?
We Fit.
Do you ever do the boxing?
Oh yeah, we do it all.
Boxing.
So you have a We Fit where you actually have to go and you do a series of things, and it tells you how old physically you are that day. I was 20 yesterday.
What does the guy look like that's Bob? Do you make
my kids made it, so it's goofy.
Does it look good like you though?
No,
it doesn't.
It could look good like me. I don't look good in the first place, but it has glasses.
It's not true.
They couldn't find a hat, so there's no hat.
Bob, you could be in any movie.
Yeah,
you could be cast in every single movie as the coach. No, he's the coach.
Yeah, he would be
any college, high school, whatever. Bob's the coach. Put a whistle on him.
I'd say assistant coach.
See, I think head coach.
For movie purposes, I think assistant.
Oh, you think because they need a better actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, let's get to Cooney's Corner because Bob's a little anxious.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Bob doesn't ever appear anxious, and this scares me if you're anxious.
Well, okay.
Okay.
We've kind of laid out how we want to look at the Eagles season this year, and it doesn't lead to anxiousness. To me, that's how I've laid it out. I've said, look, you're not really expecting much. You're kind of sit back, just analyze what everybody's going to do this year, and then you carry it forward. But if you were to be anxious about something, if going into this season, and Pat's probably definitely more than I, is the fan guy. What are you anxious about? Like, what is there to be anxious about going into this season? Because I think anything that you might be anxious about, not saying but there could be an answer for you not to be anxious about it. So let me put it this way. If, all right, I'm anxious that Jalen Hurts doesn't work out this year. Okay, he was a second-round pick. He wasn't supposed to be the franchise quarterback, and you have a lot of draft picks coming up, and if he's not good, those draft picks are going to be really good. So there's no reason to be anxious there. You see what I'm saying? Like, come up with something that you think you might be anxious about. Pretty much everyone has an answer of why you shouldn't be anxious about it.
All right, well, I'm anxious that John's going to be right about Miles Sanders' receiving ability.
Dropsies that you've blamed on Carson Wentz completely.
No, I mean, he did drop some, but
he was the worst in football.
Yeah, and so was Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
so look at how that works.
They were.
I'm anxious about that because I don't want John to be right. Talk me down,
Jordan
Bob.
Howard's only 26, and this kid Gainwell is really opening eyes at camp.
But I had a hot take that Miles Sanders was going to be really, really good in this league.
Yeah. Westbrook, I heard the comparison to Westbrook on NFL Live. The name mentioned.
Why would they do that?
Because they just said he has Westbrook-like qualities.
Oh, don't put that on him.
No, Westbrook-like qualities. They didn't say he was Westbrook.
Wait, so he doesn't like Reese's Cups?
Well, by the way, that is
cold ketchup.
You know
what? Cold ketchup.
That's why Brian Westbrook is a Villanova guy.
The cold ketchup thing had me a little shook the other day.
Westbrook is bold and beautiful.
Whew.
But I mean, those are
Jamie,
bold takes.
The man can't have it all. You can't be like an incredible athlete and also have great food takes.
It says on the bottle, refrigerate after opening, Brian. I'm worried about you.
You're not supposed to leave it out.
How about syrup?
Syrup is in the it's not cold.
Yeah, we keep ours in the cabinet.
You're not supposed to keep it cold.
Well, you can. I don't know if
it's not a product that tells you to keep it cold. I believe that if the product tells you to keep it cold.
Up.
Yeah, but you get
sure.
You get it from Vermont, and Vermont's cold.
All right, so I answered your question.
Sometimes.
Yeah, good point. You think they stay warm in the trees?
Bob,
Come on now.
Bob, I have one.
All right. No, so to Jamie's, just real quick, if Sanders doesn't work out, like you said before, it's a pretty good running back room. Jordan Howard is only 26. I'm not saying he's a franchise guy, but Gainwell, he's opening eyes.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm anxious about Nick Sirianni.
Okay, but it's his first year, and if he turns out to be a total buffoon, but I don't know if you're going to know that this year.
Here's what I would say is, what rookie coach looked like a total buffoon that then their second year they were amazing?
Well, if it's total buffoon, you get rid
that's what I'm worried about, is that I hope that Nick Sirianni is worthy of my benefit of the doubt.
Okay, but if he's not,
he's the thing I'm most anxious about.
Okay.
He's the thing, because I would love to see Jalen Hurts work out, because one, I can root for the young man that he is and the leader he is and everything. So I hope he works out, but I'm also being a selfish bastard because I want 3 first-round picks to then say next year get a linebacker, get a corner, get another offensive lineman.
You want your cake and eat it too.
Yes.
And your druthers.
I got one I don't think you have an answer to.
I never lost my druthers, by the way.
By the way, druthers comes from I'd rather, Old English. It transferred from I rather to just druthers.
Really?
Yeah, how about that?
Okay.
A fun fact for you this morning.
That is good.
Devontae Smith gets hurt.
Well,
because that's the big that's the concern on him.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why he slipped to you at 10 or wherever the hell you.
Yeah.
That's the concern, is his frame and his build. Is it made for the NFL? So talk me down off of that one, Bob.
That's fair enough, but you know
Boom,
this.
gotcha.
From you. No, you didn't. From you and I that go back, I don't do
well, yeah, you don't.
I don't do
We're talking about my
about,
concerns.
I can't go into a game this season or anything on the scared of an injury front. I can't do it.
That's you. What about the rest of us normies?
Man.
What about you?
Score one for Lynch there.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
That we will not have an answer at the end of the season if Jalen Hurts is the guy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That may be the best one to be anxious
see you work,
about.
Bob.
Go ahead. Tell him.
Spin that yarn.
Spin it on Joe Flacco and Nick Mullins.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Does it matter if we have the answer? Yes.
Well, if you don't have the answer, you have your answer.
Yeah, but it could be the big. What if you're 7-10?
And he's okay.
Yeah, and he's had a comeback or two, and he looks okay.
He's had good games and bad games.
Why does it just have to be this year? Why can't you go next year and look at him again?
Because you have the capital to do it. You got to move on a quarterback while you have the capital.
Oh man, you are
it.
stuck.
No, I'm not stuck. You have the capital on him. You can absolutely look at him again next year. Yeah. It'll be his third year.
Could be.
So you're not going to draft a quarterback.
Well, you could. You also. You have answers there.
Uh-huh.
So if you have the draft real high and he's, you can draft a quarterback.
Your answer's not good.
There's answers.
I like it when Bob makes noises.
That's Bob. That's bad.
Bob's noises should be kept as individuals. Dan in Kutztown joins us here on The Fanatic. Dan, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good, buddy.
Hey, just wanted to weigh in on the Wii thing. Stupid, my little opinion. I think it's totally okay for fans. I think it's also okay for a home broadcast from time to time, but only a little bit, not too much. And I also think it's okay for former players of the team. Like if I hear Shaq say it about the Lakers or something, I'm okay with that,
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Is it? See, now I would get on him when he would use "we" about the Lakers. Because I'm like, you're also a member of the Heat.
Yeah, he played for like 6 teams.
So you
And
can't.
Magic.
So where do you put?
Celtics.
So where
And
do
the
you
Suns.
put that?
Cavaliers.
So where do you put that stuff? No, those were just cash
It
grabs.
kind of lets you know where he really aligns himself.
Oh no, he's a Lakers. Believe me, he's one of those dirty, rotten Lakers.
He's not a Magic.
No, he is. He still considers himself the mayor. Half of Orlando is his, and half is Mickey's. Is what he said. Him and Mickey divided the territory in Orlando.
They saw me pouring milk on my balls.
And that's when they kicked him out of Disney.
That's going to probably keep you out of Disney. That would keep you out of Disney if you did that, by the way. You're hot in the park.
Yeah.
You're very hot in the park.
Yeah.
Jamie would have used his gold bond.
Oh, yeah.
Which also
lotion.
Which also puts money in Shaq's pocket.
Does it? Yeah, that's right. He does do the commercials. Of
What
course.
doesn't he
of
do?
course.
By the way, I went into the Ardmore Papa John's the other day and picked up a thing. So I sent to Shaq. I got him on FaceTime. I said, "Look, I'm going into the Papa John's." So he brought in, and he got to meet the staff, and they were like, "Oh my God!" And guess what? I still paid for the papadilla.
Oh, come on, Shaq. Call it in.
Seriously,
Call it in.
Make a call on that one, son of a gun.
Sorry, sir. We don't have a promo code for that.
I like Bob's though. Bob thinks. Sometimes I think you think like a robot, and other times I think that you ask questions that make me go, "Oh my gosh!" Like I never thought of that.
Bob's a riddle wrapped in an enigma.
Yes, there's no reason. There is no reason to be anxious about this season.
Don't worry, Bob. You never do that to
for
me.
an Eagles
Right?
There really
none.
isn't.
There
shouldn't
isn't.
be. You shouldn't have that angst.
And your little injury thing. Oh, I'm so scared he's going to get hurt. You can't watch games like that, Lynch. How many times am I going to tell you this?
I watch preseason
you
like that.
You can't.
You're so chill, man.
Did he just call you Lynch?
Just can't.
I've never heard him call you Lynch.
So chill,
Bob
bro.
is just chilled out.
Just chill.
So he catches a pass going across the middle. Your first thought is,
if he gets
oh my God, don't get lit.
No, not every play, but if he gets lit up, I go, oh boy, please get up.
Oh, no, I do every time.
Yeah.
I do that every time. A guy
give me whatever you're on there, Cooney.
Scared when he runs out on the
This is what happens when you cover the Sixers under Embiid. You just get immune to it.
Hey, could this team be heading towards a sale? There are some red flags to me that tell me one of our Philadelphia teams may be on the market. Could be a total falsehood. We'll figure it out. It's the John Kincade Show. Thanks for being with us here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Are you a soccer fan? Well, if the answer is no, you're probably a money fan. And the English Premier League is where you can win some cash. So head on over to BetMGM or BetMGM.com and download the app if you'd like. It's your choice. And register using the code PatEgan100 and make just a $1 moneyline bet on any English Premier League game. And if either team scores a goal, you're going to end up winning $100 in free bets. There's a big slate of matches going on Saturday. You've got Man City against Arsenal, Newcastle against Southampton, West Ham against Crystal Palace, and a couple more. So you pick whatever one you want, and then you just place a $1 bet on either side. And when one of those two teams scores a goal, you're going to wake up the next day to $100 in free bets. But the opportunities don't stop there. They also have their one-game parlay features where you can make a parlay within a single soccer game. They have their odds boost, their daily specials. They have it all at BetMGM. So try them out. Download the app or head to BetMGM.com. When you do, they're going to ask you for a bonus code, and then that's when you type in my name, Pat Egan 100, and then you place a $1 bet on any EPL game. Doesn't matter. And if either team scores a goal in that game, you're going to win $100 in free bets. Bet fearlessly on dozens of sports at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. This is a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Get ready. Saving starts with Xfinity. Because when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Enjoy fast, reliable internet at home and nationwide 5G on the go, included at no extra cost. That means you can connect to everything you love, whether you're a next-level gaming aficionado, an online shopping mastermind, or crushing that research project. So go ahead, stream on all your devices or video chat from anywhere and save hundreds while doing it, because saving starts with Xfinity. Get Xfinity Internet for $29.99 a month for 12 months when you add Xfinity Mobile. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us, and for a limited time, $300 back. Don't miss out. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Internet offer ends 9/7/21 and requires paperless billing and autopay. New Performance Pro Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Savings based on optimized pricing. Actual savings may vary.
T-Mobile for Business is helping small businesses unlock more opportunity. Introducing unlimited plans built for business on America's largest 5G network, starting at $25 per line. Plus, right now, get Facebook advertising on us. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/small business. Customers using over 50 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds due to prioritization. Video at 480p for business unlimited select with 6+ lines with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Facebook offer via $200 virtual prepaid card when switching with 3 new lines. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. What was it? They go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
While you've been busy getting reacquainted with the outside world, the team at Sugar House Online Casino has also been busy, adding more and more slots to the already huge collection of games. When you're ready to try something new this summer, take an online trip to Sugar House and play these new games from anywhere in the state, anytime, day or night. See what's new at Sugar House. Download the Sugar House mobile app or visit playsugarhouse.com today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Some people treat investing like a game, but Marcus by Goldman Sachs approaches investing in a smart way with digitally managed portfolios that leverage Goldman Sachs strategies. So, do you want to play games or do you want your money to work smart? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Gonna miss you around here, Iris.
Olivia's best optometry technician is going back to school.
Did we get that new frame?
Her eye is already twitching about finding a replacement.
Ugh, this can't keep happening. We're gonna have to cancel appointments.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Goodyear believes in the power of moving forward. No matter if it's on the track, the court, or the field, movement makes us want to be more. It pushes us to go further, to show the world what we can do. Movement has the unique ability to change our perspective, to challenge us, to work for a better tomorrow. Movement can even bring us together when we're still. Because if we're focused on the next move, we don't have to worry about what's behind us. Goodyear, more driven.
The first bet on Caesars Sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. But I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app and that first bet is up to $5,000 risk-free. Caesar made an app for the people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new players. Paid in bet credits. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your experience matters. At University of Phoenix, relevant life experience and eligible transfer credits can help you earn your degree faster and for less. In fact, undergrads who apply these credits, on average, save about 1 year and $11,000. Get the credit you deserve for time spent in the classroom, on the job, and in life. And see how much you can save at phoenix.edu. That's phoenix.edu.
Jamie Lynch here. If you too have been diagnosed with alopecia areata, Dermatology Associates of Plymouth Meeting is looking for you to test an investigational oral drug. Men and women 18 to 65 with alopecia areata who have a current episode of scalp hair loss lasting at least 6 months and no longer than 10 years. You can be diagnosed with alopecia areata more than 10 years ago to qualify. If enrolled, you may receive compensation. Sign up online at PlymouthMeetingDermatology.com.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you'll get more than one shot to swing for the fences because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back. It's like credit if your first bet doesn't win. And it only gets better from there. Check out FanDuel's new promo live every Tuesday. $5 Dinger Tuesdays. Place a wager of $25 or more on any player to hit a home run on Tuesday and get a $5 bonus inside credit for every home run hit in the game. Maximum $25. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund and bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25 per game. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 a.m. hours brought to you by my Sportsbook app of choice here on the John Kincade Show. The Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. You can get a $500 risk-free bet and you can put your money where your mouth is. Or you can put Parks Casino's money where their mouth is. You can take their money and put it on the Eagles on the over or the under and step up and do it. By the way, the week leading up to the opener, there will be 4 shows that week. And we will be writing in the journal every day decisive statements that will come back to haunt us. They will come back and absolutely abuse us about them later on. Okay, this is absolutely hypothetical. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I do not break news. If I tell you I'm breaking news, it's because I stumbled onto it because I am not qualified to do so. It's not what I do for a job. But just listen to me for a second on this. Could the Sixers be heading towards a sale? It sounds crazy, and there may be Sixer fans right now that are saying, please, 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 please. They're incredibly profitable. They have been fairly successful, and they operate in one of the most sought-after media markets in the country. I'm questioning all the attributes are there that if you were going to sell a sports franchise, you're not selling under duress. You're selling when the value's high. And by the way, the Sixers' values have never been higher. I always wonder when I see an operation apparently downsizing or deciding to bring in cheaper labor by replacing more tenured veteran employees, that they could be prepared to try to sell. Employees that cost less affect the bottom line. So I'm wondering, is there any chance that the Sixers could be on the market? It seems logical to at least ask the question. I don't believe any of the other franchises in town would even be considered. But could there be something percolating here because the other moves don't make sense?
Hello?
Bob, Jamie, Pat, Coach, Connor, Mike. It's the John Kincade Show crew here on The Fanatic, and we appreciate you being a part of it. Hopefully you're streaming the station all day long. You've got your device. Hopefully you are listening at 97.5thefanatic.com like my brother does. We love it when you are with us longer every single day here at the station. So, Bob, no one would know more about that operation of the 76ers and how they operate as an ownership group than you would. These moves seem strange.
Yeah. I first of all, that is thank you for that compliment that no one would know more. But I am so limited on the business aspect of it, except for what I see and what I feel. So I just want to tell people that I don't want to speak as an expert here. So Josh Harris has made a ton of money in his life, just like Michael Rubin, but Josh Harris is majority owner and has done unbelievable things with Apollo and all the business ventures that he's done, so much so that he was able to buy a $32 million mansion in Miami a couple of months ago.
Good for him.
Yeah. So he's not dumb when it comes to making money, okay? He bought this franchise for between $270 and $290 million. And now it's worth $2.08 billion.
It's incredible. That's a great return.
It is. So you're right. You know the business world far better than I, John, but it seems common sense. If you're going to sell, get rid of some overhead If you're going to sell, make it as cheap as you make it look. Get rid of as much money as you can.
Yes.
Exactly.
It also makes you bring in those less tenured employees, Bob. It also makes it for the next owner to say, "There's not a huge. You've handled getting rid of the old tenured employees,
right? You're making it more sellable."
Yes.
So is that what they're doing here with these moves that they made? Could be. I heard from someone, making some calls this weekend, that it was on Daryl Morey's list or the team of Daryl Morey to cut costs because this team costs a lot of money to run, and it maybe in comparison to other teams in the NBA up there at the top. So why? Why is Daryl Morey coming in and worrying about cost cutting of a...
Because no one wants to put this on Morey. Like that if these were his decisions.
Well, because they're not basketball decisions, they're business decisions.
Yeah.
So I don't think Daryl Morey looks at a Scotty Rigo and the relationships he has with his most important aspect, which is the players, and goes, oh, there's $50K we can save right there by firing Scotty. It's a business decision. So you could be right. I mean, look, the return on their investment would be absolutely amazing for 7 years, 8 years, whatever it's been. That would be absolutely incredible. Most business people would have to consider that, but the moves scream business move, not basketball move.
They do, but it makes sense what Bob's saying there is that they are business moves that then have to be filled with basketball people.
Yeah.
So then it falls onto Morey's lap, but he ends up having to be, to me, he looks like the hatchet guy. Not ownership. When 17 scouts...
if he's told by ownership to be the hatchet guy, then he's got to be the hatchet guy, right?
That's the luxury of being the owner.
Here's a problem, Pat. I think I looked at Daryl Morey as being more of a cowboy. Being more of a... I'm coming in here. I was sought after in the NBA. I could have gone a numerous amount of places, and now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be somebody's do-boy? That bothers me. That really bothers me if it's the truth.
Well, I mean, if it's the truth, then he's not the first employee to take a job with false pretenses, and
or maybe he took it with this.
And maybe he took it knowing that he would have to cut costs because, as Jamie said, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for Daryl Morey. And as I said yesterday, but this screams of an owner not realizing the importance of an equipment manager. Daryl Morey knows the importance of an equipment manager. I understand the whole you want to get your own guys in here. When you already have the Michael Jordan or the greatest of all time doing it, I don't care who your guy is. He's not that guy.
Yeah,
he's not the best. So that's why it made no sense.
I'm convinced it comes from above. Morey had to make the call, did make the call, however you want to word it.
However it works.
I honestly think Josh Harris has no clue of what a Scotty Rigo means to his team. And for people out there rolling their eyes, Scotty Rigo equipment, okay. It was enough that Allen Iverson wanted to come to town and kill somebody, that Scotty Rigo was let go, that Charles Barkley was upset about. It's not a small thing. I hear what people are thinking, and I got some pushback yesterday about, come on, what are we talking about here? We're talking about something important to players on this team.
20%. I was told 20% of his job is truly, do we have enough basketballs? Do we have enough towels? Do we have enough? Is that there are so many more things that happen, especially on the road.
Oh, it's
told on the
unbelievable.
road. He acts as almost like a liaison for players will ask him to, he's tied in with the families of players.
If there is a problem on the road for a player, the first person they're seeking out is Scotty Rigo. I don't care what the problem is. It could be a flight problem. It could be whatever it may be. Like you said, a family problem. Family needs to get into the city or something like that. The first person they go to was this guy, Scotty Rigo, and he was the best in the business at it. All I'm saying is, as a business model, and you're looking to get this organization better, why are you getting rid of the only person maybe in your organization that is the best at what he does?
Here's another reason why I'll poke a hole in John's theory that it is Daryl Morey, is because before Daryl Morey even got here, they tried to cut costs. They tried to use COVID as an excuse to cut costs and fire a bunch of employees or lay them off and have them take pay cuts and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was Joel Embiid who had to step up and say, hey, I'll pay
them.
So you got to figure that they put that in their back pocket. They've been trying to cut costs for a while now. They just had to pick their spot. And notice it came on a Friday news dump.
Yeah, it did. It really did. The Flyers, back in my day working for them, employed a guy who was the gold standard. His name was Joe Cadillac.
Yeah.
And Joe Cadillac was, first of all, looked like he could host a game show. He was this charming, just a stud of a guy that could walk into a room and everybody was charmed by him. Joe literally just took every obstacle out of the way of any player, coach, or otherwise when we were on the road.
Yeah.
Joe Cadillac, Director of Team Services, I think was his title. But he knew where everybody was buried.
Every workplace has that person. Like here, it's probably Tony Perrone, who has been here forever, knows everybody, knows every aspect of this place and how it works. If she went missing, a lot of people would be devastated. So every workplace
her
has
family would be horrified.
Well, yeah, of course. But every workplace has that person that's a backbone. And from everything I've heard and been told, Scotty Rigo was a backbone of
it's what it seems
the player side of the team.
It doesn't have to seem. It was. I'm not kidding you. It was. It doesn't seem. There's no seems like. There's no appears to be. No. He is the heart and soul of that 76ers organization. As I said yesterday,
so that screams
for maybe
business.
people that didn't listen,
businessy.
When Allen Iverson went into the Hall of Fame, he mentioned Scotty Rigo in his Hall of Fame
and you
speech.
talking about Kobe.
When Kobe Bryant was
imagine
here
what
for
he
his
had to
last
work with
game,
I watched it yesterday.
Kobe
by the way,
told
on
me
YouTube.
a story about being a 16-year-old kid and standing outside of St. Joe's where Sixers were practicing and helping Scotty Rigo load equipment up into his car and asking Scotty about, I really got to improve my game this way, that way. You mind if I come into the gym? And he said, let me talk to Coach. We'll see what happens. Like, those are things you can't lose as an organization, and you just cut ties with them.
By the way, Jamie, I think you need to apologize to Coach. He took his headsets off. I think he's just left the studios. Tony is a tremendous member of our team. But I think when I think of that, I think of Coach.
Well, that would be to us here on the morning show.
Oh, no,
Tony's the whole cluster.
Coach is replaceable.
You think Coach is
easily? We can find another coach in a second. Dylan's out in the parking lot right now waiting to replace him.
Choo-choo.
Hey, if you want a job that gets you more, Coach, join UPS warehouse workers and earn up to $24 an hour after bonuses. That buys you a lot of hot dogs. Apply now at upsjobs.com/Philadelphia. It may even get you a car that works.
Love the big wiener.
It might even get you one of those fancy German automobiles that actually works. You can do that. Hey, in the linchpin,
wow,
I would say that Jamie is about to take a tire iron to Pat.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I hate to say that Pat had some space in my head yesterday, but he did, because I pride myself on not being a hot take guy. I try to think about things
I don't find you as a hot take
I'm not.
guy at all.
Warning, this is a hot
my
take
hot take
alert.
about me not being a hot take guy. So I got 3 Eagles hot takes for you. And they're probably not even that hot. They're probably just microwave warm.
But do you keep them in the
yeah, in the cupboard,
fridge?
not in the fridge. Josh Sweat is going to outperform Derek Barnett this year.
I don't think that's a hot take at all.
No?
No, that's not a hot take. That's an accurate
guess what?
take.
Guess what? They better sure as hell have that happen.
He plays a lot less snaps.
They better have that happen.
All right?
He better work himself into playing. Yeah, he should be working.
Never underestimate a guy on a contract year, and Derek Barnett's playing for money.
There you go.
Jalen Reagor will have 3 touchdowns of 25-plus yards.
I don't think that's a hot.
I'll buy that.
I don't think it's a hot take.
Really?
Yeah, I'll buy that.
See, I'm not even good at doing hot takes.
That's not Travis Fulgham 1,000 yards hot take.
That's just ludicrous.
Wait,
okay.
3 of
25 yards or more. Yeah, I don't think that's bad.
3 big home run touchdowns.
I don't think that's
damn it. Everybody's in.
Sorry.
I would have thought with Wentz's quarterback, he'd have a much better chance of doing that.
Jalen Hurts throws for 2,000 yards.
Yeah. Quez Watkins will be a day 1 starter.
I think that's the hottest take.
Yeah, that's your hot one.
That's the hottest?
Your hottest take you got. Because everybody is. It's like that Jalen Reagor one-handed catch that we heard for.
But who's going to beat him out? Fulgham, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Greg Ward. I mean,
by the
it's
way,
not like you're choosing from.
You think Whiteside's gone?
Yeah.
I think he's on the bubble.
Oh, no, I think he's on the bubble.
I think he's gone.
Again.
What has he done?
It's much like the Dillard thing. It's a huge admission of just, I blew it, which, by the way, puts ammunition in the gun. Should this year go in the tank, then you've given Jeffrey Lurie every bit of evidence to go, okay, he sucked with this, he sucked with this, he sucked with this, and then this year sucked.
But there's a difference between him and Dillard because Dillard hasn't really had a chance to play because of injury and because there wasn't really a spot open. He's had limited opportunities.
There was a spot open. He couldn't win it.
Well, this year, yeah. No, you're right. And he got outperformed by Jordan Mailata. But up until this point, he really hadn't had a chance to prove himself. But J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, I mean, he played a position where they desperately needed it. He couldn't get on the field.
I want him gone.
I think he is. I mean, other than us bringing up his name,
I
think we haven't heard his name.
Because I think I would rather take an undrafted free agent that you saw something out of and get him some snaps.
Sure, like a Fulgham last year.
Exactly. I'd rather have Jamie than Jake Arcega-Whiteside.
Well,
let's not get carried away.
You saw him run the 40.
Yeah.
What are you just looking for?
Yes, but I've never seen.
I've never sit in the zone.
We've
proper.
got Greg Ward. Greg Ward could be your possession receiver.
I've never seen Eileen Lynch show up for work and have an umbrella over him when it's too sunny out.
True.
That is the truth.
See how non-hot takey I am? My hot takes aren't even hot.
No, but I don't.
Very medium.
But you know what, though? I found them intriguing. They didn't suck.
Yeah. And then I also have Landon Dickerson's going to steal Sayamalu's job, but I don't think that's hot either.
No, that's not. He's going to be a starter on this line at some point.
I think very soon.
I can't wait to see it.
I think he's supposed to be cleared towards the end of this month, beginning of September.
Could be first week of September.
Maybe his first game is when we're out in Las Vegas as a starter.
Oh, that'd be delicious. That would be awesome. Good job. I like that.
That's
Good job, Jamie.
So you can write those down if you want, Pat. But apparently not even that hot.
No. They're not that.
Really, though, he is the.
I thought the Rager one would raise some eyebrows.
Thing is, though, Dickerson, you're looking at him as the heir apparent at center, correct?
That's what they say.
That's what I would say. He's the heir apparent.
He's huge for a center, isn't he?
He is. Did you see Alabama?
He is
you see
massive.
how nasty Alabama is?
Anybody that wears overalls without a T-shirt on and cowboy boots to a game is A-okay in my book.
He was one of Nick Saban's class clowns.
Mm-hmm.
And also
you saw him doing the backflips and the cartwheels during Mac Jones's combine interview.
He was a guy, though, that Saban would say knows when to loosen things up, knows when to grab the lunch pail, his Sabanism, He knows when to get the lunch pail and go to work.
And that's probably very similar to Jason Kelsey. You know what I mean? Like Jason Kelsey's a leader in that locker room and probably knows when to goof it up and when to be serious.
You were concerned about something that Sirianni said we didn't get to last hour, by the way. Something that Sirianni said in his about after the Sunday.
Yeah, I just found it to be a weird answer. So it's after the Sunday, it's supposed to be open practice. They ended up taking it to the bubble because of the inclement weather. And he was asked by our own Tim McManus of ESPN and 97.5 The Fanatic about Friday. It's the natural question. So given that Jalen Hurts is healthy, how much is he going to play on Friday? And here's Nick Sirianni.
That's going to be something that we evaluate every day. We got a great practice today, a very high energy, competitive practice. And then obviously tomorrow's a travel day, a walkthrough day. And then we're going to get 2 really good practices against the Jets. So that's just something that we're going to continue to evaluate. Again, like I said, for the past couple games, I'd hate to give you an answer and then it not play out. So that's something that's under constant evaluation. We're going to see how the work goes against the Jets and make a decision after that.
What?
Huh?
I did not hear this. I'm sorry I missed this.
I heard it yesterday. I was going back through the transcripts and reading it. And
we have to evaluate it?
What are you... this is the overcomplication of sports. Like, not everything has to be... We're not talking about the nuclear codes here. We're talking about your starting quarterback playing in the preseason. This isn't something you have to hold close to the vest and protect. You're going to evaluate it? What the hell does that mean? Just say he's playing. It's a football player.
Is this in the same mix of not naming him the starting quarterback in some weird way?
I would say so. I mean, it sort of is the same.
We're going to evaluate him at practice? What are you talking about?
Just because of the stomach?
So he doesn't have to play in if I'm telling you.
Isn't that a weird answer?
That's a hugely, as you said, though. I think it's more that's the first time I've heard Nick Sirianni in these training camp practices or press conferences where he used 100 words to answer something that should have been much more simple.
Doesn't it almost seem like the team said, "Hey, just shut it down"? Like,
I don't want to put you in. I don't want to say.
I don't want to. I don't want to lie. I don't want to be wrong because what I want to say is not what I'm actually saying right now.
Don't coach scared.
Doesn't it?
Coach Sirianni, I don't know you, so I'm not going to call you Nick. Don't coach scared.
That doesn't seem him though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's scary. See, that's scary. You're setting off every alarm in my head.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
that they're like, hey, Nick, we don't need to see him.
Sirianni's all about playing ball and killing every moment. He wanted to kill rest the other day. We're going to kill rest. Our guys are out killing rest now. And now you're saying all of a sudden, well, we're going to evaluate our quarterback this week to see it's a fluid situation. What? That's totally the opposite of
Jamie,
what Nick Sirianni has painted himself to be.
I apologize for missing that.
I read it, and it was weird to me in
it
writing.
Sounds worse hearing it.
And then I went back to the website and watched it, and I was like, huh?
That's really odd.
Yeah, it was just a strange answer.
It's complicated, as you
and
said.
it's not a capital offense, but like, why?
No.
You're talking about your starting quarterback playing in a preseason game. Like, this isn't the secrets of the country, man.
And more importantly, let's get if Nick Sirianni or whoever it is within that complex believes that Jalen Hurts doesn't need snaps, they didn't watch Jalen Hurts play last year. He needs lots of snaps.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could believe that.
And I'm not just talking about practice. Practice snaps are fine.
Sure,
they're fine. They're
not game.
They're not game.
They're not.
If you're talking about another team's number one starters, and the Jets reportedly I'm hearing quarter and a half to a half, maybe on Friday night. By the way, Zach Wilson
apparently lighting it up.
Getting people, charmed up.
He looked pretty good this past weekend.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he didn't look bad.
Honestly, I think he looks better than any of the.
Yeah, apparently Trevor Lawrence is having a so-so camp.
Well,
it's still the Jaguars.
His offensive line's getting destroyed. And I heard our own Tyrone Johnson saying last night, hey, it looks like Jacksonville needs a left tackle. We've got one here for him. I'm like, he can't crack the line up here. Urban Meyer's going, you know what? You know that guy who can't even see the field, who can't do anything in Philadelphia?
It's because he's got an Australian hog monster in front of him.
Let's put him in there, and that'll be the answer to protect my huge investment in Trevor Lawrence. I don't believe that'll be the answer. Urban may be stupid. Maybe he's gotten stupid over the years.
I don't know. Maybe you heard it on this show.
Could very well be.
Maybe.
I don't believe I don't believe he'll do that. But it's one.
I don't believe a word Sirianni said. By the way.
I don't either.
But that's why I find it weird.
But I don't know why he complicated it like that.
Well, what really
because it's not his words.
Are they putting too much into these team practices and saying, "Well, that's your game there. We don't need to play him out in the game"?
Could be.
I have a question to ask you all. Do you have let's just say a greater passion and a greater pain when your team loses than guys that actually played in the game? I have some examples where I know it happened. We're going to get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show, and you're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic. I want you to download the Parks Casino Sportsbook app now, the official sportsbook partner of The Real Sports Fan. And I want you to do it before football season begins. And I've got a $500 risk-free bet for you. So if you wanted to place one futures bet, a free bet for $500, why wouldn't you do it? New customers sign up right now. Get your first bet risk-free up to $500. You can download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC. Get that $500 risk-free bet. Maybe that tantalizing number of 6.5 has got you compelled with the Eagles. Maybe you want to bet a Phillies game. I don't know about putting $500 on one baseball game, but maybe you do. It's a risk-free bet up to $500. You don't have to do the whole $500 if you choose. You can bet on winners in a golf match. How about in the midst of a golf match being able to bet? You're going to love it. You can check out daily specials, too, by following on Twitter at Park Sportsbook with an X. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. It's back. 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021.
Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia.
It's a free party, but you need a ticket to get in. Believe it.
Here's what to expect.
Bikini Beach, beer, exotic cars, live music, the Sixers, the Flyers, Union coach Jim Curtin, tons of interactive activities, and all of our Fanatic hosts. And just added, Phillies 2008 World Series manager Charlie Manuel.
Yeah, stay right with you, son.
Charlie Manuel at FanFest 2021 is courtesy of Landis Block. Build your jaw-dropping backyard paradise with Landis Block. Online at landisbc.com.
Go to 97.5thefanatic.com for more info.
FanFest 2021 is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
And Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's FanFest 2021. See you there.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, training in all that is media, broadcast, digital, TV, radio, podcasting, and content creation. It's the nation's most successful media training program and includes job placement assistance. Learn from expert instructors whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. Train on site or online. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com. Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, with the nation's most successful sports broadcasting program. Sports talk, play-by-play, color commentary, sideline reporting. Get trained and coached by professional sports media experts whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com.
Another day, another unknown. It could bring your biggest order yet, or a new cyber threat. Whatever happens, Comcast Business will keep you ready with a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a great offer from Comcast Business. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $650 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle when you buy online. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Prepaid card offer ends 9/21/21. Call or go online for details.
Hey, how would you like to see what your custom landscape lighting will look like before it's installed? Hey, it's Mike Miss here for Farron Electric. Right now, you can get a custom landscape lighting design and a pre-installation preview from Farron Electric, so you know what to expect before the shovel hits the ground. Schedule your complimentary consultation with owner Dan Namaro at FarronElectric.com and ask about their no-hassle lifetime warranty on fixtures, bulbs, and transformers. Visit FARRYN Electric.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We can help you get started. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol GTX and an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $34.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm Chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
While you've been busy getting reacquainted with the outside world, the team at Sugar House Online Casino has also been busy, adding more and more slots to the already huge collection of games. When you're ready to try something new this summer, take an online trip to Sugar House and play these new games from anywhere in the state, anytime, day or night. See what's new at Sugar House. Download the Sugar House mobile app or visit playsugarhouse.com today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Addiction takes hold when and where you least expect it.
You may not see solutions, but there are.
Medications that can support recovery helped us get our lives back on track.
And they can help you too.
Ask your doctor about medication that can support your recovery.
Or call 844-REACH-NJ. I did.
I did.
I did.
And you can too. Call 844-REACH-NJ to learn about medication that can support your recovery.
A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
When you're injured on the job, you need someone who will fight for you, stand up to the insurance companies, and knows the laws in Pennsylvania. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers, wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Visit paworkinjury.com now. When you're hurt at work, turn to the team you can trust. With offices in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg, we are ready to get you the justice you deserve. Call or click today. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
Fall is just around the corner. Lowe's has what you need to change with the season. Like our new lower prices on select bagged mulch starting at $2.88 per bag. And American Gourmet 3-burner gas grills was $149, now $129. Fall together with Lowe's this Labor Day, in-store and online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection and product availability varies by location. Valid 8/19 through 9/8, U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Hey, the NFL is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving all new players a can't-miss offer for Week 1. This is very simple, people. Bet just $1 on any NFL game during the first week of the season and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any Week 1 game. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all the great promotions and daily odds boosts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any Week 1 game. That's code FANATIC for a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino, see DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
A Philly season can sometimes get frustrating. So consider this your morning third.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
If you're going to Vegas for the big game with the Birds and you're going on your own and you want to crash our party or John Dorenboss's magic show or both, check out phillysportstrips.com. There's room for you, a limited number of room for you and your friends to come on out. I would suggest this. Check out the details of the Kegs and Eggs tailgate. Our pregame Sunday morning. It is going to be absolutely awesome. At a pool with a DJ, open bar, great breakfast food as we get ready for that game, which is going to be awesome out there in Las Vegas.
Is Coach coming with us?
I don't know. Is Coach going to come with us or not?
Coach, I think I'd like to have you with us out in Las Vegas.
Should he bring? Would Cameron come as like a sort of like Cam could
I'd love
supervise
to have Cam
people?
there too.
Yeah, Cam's got to be a good wingman. He is a good wingman.
He's the best wingman, isn't he?
Chicks love him.
I would imagine he is a chick magnet.
Chicks love him.
I'd imagine he's a chick magnet.
Are you saying he's ready to see the Vegas nightlife, Coach?
No. Oh, my goodness, no.
And he's not ready to meet the flipping cards for hell. Which
I mean, the Bunny Ranch is a big tourist attraction, you know? You could show them what the birds and the bees are.
I look forward to seeing Air Force Amy when I'm out there.
Olivia likes telling off the card flipper guy that's too aggressive.
Yeah.
And
they are aggressive.
She'll literally say like this, and she goes, "Dude, back off. Dude, back off." I'm like, man.
Back off, war child.
There it is. It's
Seriously.
Like flick, because they flick the cards for you. Yes. Do fans care more about the outcome of games than some of the guys that play in the games?
Yes.
You're 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Pat, do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Bob, you've been around it. I've been around it, and I absolutely know. I could rattle off in my head 10 athletes that I know that at the end of a game, they were off to the club, off to the thing. They didn't give a damn whether they won or lost.
Their checks are still clearing.
Do you think they could care more, though, Bob, than we do? Or less than we do about the outcome of games?
It's a good question, and one that's been thrown out there before that I really struggle with trying to come up with an answer. Look, I could get the most, how do you look at games differently, right? Okay, so say I'm watching one of my kids play and they have a heart-wrenching loss. It kills you in a way that you don't know, even though you're not a player, right?
Right.
Okay, maybe it's your kid's last high school game, whatever it may be, and it just kicks you in the gut. Does it mean I'm not going out and having beers with my friends after the game and talking about a great season and the fun and all that stuff? Maybe not, but when I get home and sit alone, it's going to kill me. I'm sure it's the same way with players. I've had coaches that said to me they would sit on the front of a plane and just go nuts after a loss and hear the players in the back laughing and carrying on and all. Now, they have a different thing. Players are going through it physically. So you're happy that you're getting through a game physically okay in some sort of way. But caring about a loss or a win more than a fan, I don't know. I don't know.
I went to bed pissed off at the Phillies loss Saturday night.
Yeah.
Pissed off.
By the way, I don't think it's a blanket statement. I think some players do care more.
Some players do care more,
but not all.
Aaron Nola mugging for the cameras with his brother after a crushing loss, posing with their traded jerseys on Saturday night on the field after that loss annoyed the hell out of me. Do I begrudge him a happy moment with his brother? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do I believe it should have been on the field after he just blew a game in a critical pennant race? No. Time and place. Time and place. And I think it was a horrible choice of, let's hold up our jerseys and smile. By the way, I've seen that Aaron Nola commercials on television a million times. It's the first time I've seen him crack a smile. And I don't think any Philly fan was smiling Saturday night. Have that photo done down in the tunnel, outside the locker rooms. It didn't have to be standing there in the field smiling ear to ear. Have the photo up somewhere else. But it makes me say, from personal experience, I have known many athletes that I have been shocked at the way that they were so nonchalant about losing, and I'm talking about critical games, postseason games, that they're more worried about, is my suit ready? I'm heading to the club. That and other teammates are crying. There was a guy named Chris Tamer, played defense in the NHL.
I remember Chris Tamer.
Yeah. He played for the Thrashers. Chris Tamer, we lost a playoff game, and I'm doing TV and radio at the time, and we lost a playoff game 7-0 at Madison Square Garden. He was, after losing the first 2 games of the series at home.
John said we.
He was so pissed, and I was a team broadcast.
I caught that.
He was so pissed after the game. Chris Tamer was crying. He was so pissed. He was like tears in his eyes, angry, sitting in his locker. And Ilya Kovalchuk, Marian Hossa, and I can't remember the other Russian's name for a minute. Russian guy.
Was it the goalie?
No, he was a centerman. Kozlov. They couldn't get out of the locker room fast enough, dodging the media to go hit a New York City club.
Was it a club or was it Sparrows?
No, they couldn't care less. They were going to a club. They couldn't care less about the
New York
laws.
pizza.
To me, I think I can guarantee you this, and someone will disagree with me, and I will tell you you're absolutely wrong, 100% wrong. Somebody in a Phillies uniform, somebody in the Phillies organization, somebody close to that, hated that photo. And I would bet numerous people around the Phillies hated that photo op on the field with Nola and his brother on Saturday night, saying that's tone deaf. And I guarantee you there were players on the team and people around the team that said, dude, seriously, after that just happened, you're doing that? Do that in the tunnel. There's millions of places you can take that picture. And Pat, I know you're going to have a different opinion on this because I could tell by your body language.
I didn't really care about it, to be honest with you, whether it's in the tunnel or on the field. But I do think that this is a good look at how much we do care as fans. And I think it's pretty simple when it comes down to it. This is their job. For us as the fan, this is our escape. We want to enjoy the escape. For them, it at the end of the day, it's a fun job, and they're paid millions to do it, but it's still a job. It's not their escape. So because of that, they, some of them, as you said, do care greatly.
Oh, yeah.
But for, I think, probably half or more, it's, okay, another day at the office. Let me go to my escape. For us, it's different. That is our escape.
That's a great point, by the way. That is the great point for it. And if you have a thought on this, you want to share it with us at 610-632-0975. We welcome your call. And I guarantee you, there are people in that locker room that saw that picture. In the Phillies locker room that saw that picture, that commented on it, and were like, dude, really? At that point?
Yeah, it was and the style of loss that it happened in, too.
And it was him.
Didn't make it,
and it was
better.
Him.
I personally don't mind that stuff, especially when it comes to blood. That's a photo that's going to hang in his parents' house till the day they die. You know what I mean? And I get why they'd want it on field. It looks cooler with the lights and the scoreboard and
Dad,
all that.
Tell me the story behind that picture.
Yeah, well, son, Uncle Aaron dudied in the ninth inning, and he shouldn't have been in at 117 pitches. It doesn't bother me, but I agree with you that some people are bothered by that.
I know NBA veteran players from the era of the 80s, 90s, otherwise, that can't stand all the post-game, I'm giving
jersey
my jersey
swap
to and let's pose for a picture on the court after losses, that have talked about it. Rick Fox. I'm trying to talk NBA players I've actually interviewed that have talked about it, that today's players are too much commingling.
Yeah,
they did. Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Dwayne Wade was doing it on his last year when he was, he was catching up with everybody.
Other players when they were in there.
Now, the Nola thing, if I was a teammate of Nola's and I heard somebody had a problem with him, I'd have a problem with that teammate. It's his family. I don't give a crap if we just lost a baseball game. I mean, I care in my own way, but it's family. First time they faced each other, I'm okay with that. I have no problem. The other stuff about how hard players take losses or not. So let's just look at ourselves over an 82-game, and I'm just spitting stuff out here. Over an 82-game season, Sixers, how many times are we, really, really upset that they lost the game?
2 or 3 times, probably.
It's probably a manner of how they lost, could be whatever. Players are a lot more than that. I mean, there probably are times we wish they were more pissed off that they lost, but they can't be. These guys are going to play 600, 700 games in their career. I mean, it's tough to get up and down for every single one and to get upset about it. Proper time and place. You would hope that some guys have that in the back of their mind, thinking it all the time. What looks good, what doesn't look good. But when you're in that position and so many things are surrounding you and happening all the time of people wanting pictures and this and that and the other, sometimes you probably lose a little focus of that.
Jamie, there would be, when you'd go in a locker room, I know Bob and I have talked about it before, there were teams that I was around where the PR people would tell me, he's a score sheet guy. I have to bring him a copy of the score sheet to his locker. He wants a copy of it delivered to his locker. And you would see players, before they would talk to the media, that are studying the score sheet. Mm-hmm. And I always wondered what they were doing.
Well, they're mercenaries.
No, but because I always tried to look at it both ways. Could I be misreading the situation? Because
are they looking at what they didn't do well enough to help their team win? They could be,
or trying to formulate.
I think it depends on the sport. I think it's NBA. Yeah. They're probably looking at, how do I look tonight?
I heard it more in the NBA than any sport. Score sheet guys.
I mean, they are mercenaries. They're paid. Their care is bought. Our care is
born.
So, I mean, they're two
inherited,
completely different things. It's Brandon Graham is rare, where he says, I can't envision myself in another jersey. This is where I want to be. Joel Embiid, those are rare, where a guy is determined to more or less try and stay someplace his entire career.
Yeah, the box score thing, I think, is all right. So I think sometimes we think of it as little kids, right? So game got over. What do kids do? They run to the book to see how many points they had. I mean, how many times have you been in a gym and you've seen that?
You see kids doing.
And I tell the kids, guys, get away from the book. It doesn't matter. Look up at the scoreboard. You'll know your stuff later on. NBA players, to me, on the most part, 80% of the time, when I saw them reading a box score before they talked to us, it was they found something on there that made me say, oh, wow, really? I didn't notice that. So they were looking something deeper than how many points, assists, rebounds did I have. You know what I mean? Like, the guy was covering shot, 3 for 13.
Yeah, somebody did that in the playoffs this year.
That.
Was it Donovan Mitch? Somebody was talking about their opponent. It was the Clippers series, and the guy from Florida State was on fire, and I think it was Donovan Mitch. Somebody grabbed the sheet and was like, oh, man, he was 8 and 9 from 3. So they might.
Well, during games, Lenny Wilkins did not allow, and I saw Lenny at the end of his career, but Lenny Wilkens did not allow any of the assistant coaches to update guys on how many rebounds does he have? Do I have to get Lenny Wilkens didn't want to hear any of that crap. Lon Kruger cared about it. I saw Lon Kruger coach in the NBA.
Yeah.
He cared about it. Like, does a guy need this to get triple-double, double-double? Does he need this? Lon Kruger cared about it and actually had an assistant coach that would tell him in his ear, you might want to keep him in there so he get another rebound.
Well,
so, I mean, is it just a generational thing?
Now it's up there. I mean, it's up on the scoreboard.
Right,
you have everything up there. You guys see it. I don't know, T.J. McConnell or Markelle Fultz. Those guys were going for triple-doubles late in the game, and the whole team's standing up, rooting them on to get a rebound and stuff like that. They know exactly their numbers and how they're playing out at that time. I think when we look at guys looking at box scores, they're looking for something deeper because they know their own stuff.
Let's go to Cooney's Corner, where a line in a story yesterday had Bob questioning it regarding your Eagles.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. So I'm reading this story yesterday, and it's about Jalen Hurts and wide receivers, and the wide receivers need to come along, and so does Jalen Hurts, because it said, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is what it said. League sources says the Eagles do not believe Jalen Hurts is the man at quarterback.
League sources. Who are the, league sources?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I want somebody within the Eagles to be the Eagles source. You know what I mean?
It could be.
That's
it could be somebody on the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call an Eagle a league source.
Then I'd say team source.
You sometimes you have to be careful with that.
I gotcha.
Yeah. You might have a source on the team, but they don't want you saying that you're a team source.
Okay.
So, to keep that away.
So a league source is anyone.
It is. It's anyone in the league.
Director.
It
could be the cafeteria lady that's very close with all the players.
No, it's not.
Is Franklin talking? Is Franklin the dog talking?
Is Swoop a league source?
Loose lips from Frankie?
But
we're making Bob's head explode.
If that's the case, if the Eagles, all right, let's just run with this. Say that the guy who wrote this has talked to league sources. He's talked to guys around the league, maybe even some Eagles people, and they're like, yeah, look, we have to play him this year because we have nobody else. Joe Flacco's not playing, but he ain't the guy. He's not the guy. Like Jalen Hurts is not the guy moving forward. We've already seen it. We know it. What do you do with this season? Do you just throw him out there in the hopes of he gets better, or he's bad in the hopes that you're going to win 3-4 games, whatever it may be? I guess there's nothing else you can do but to throw him out there. But how do you handle the season?
Well, it's weird because just 2 weeks ago, it was the team sources were saying the Eagles veterans are totally bought in on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
They're totally bought in on this guy. They think he's such a leader. He's amazing. And again, Pat brought up a great point and said the same things were being said about Carson Wentz.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, so within a team, I wonder about it, Bob, because to me, I need to see all I can out of Jalen Hurts. I mean, I want to see Jalen Hurts play the whole year. I hope he's healthy. I hope they just give him a legit shot. And with the offensive line he's got, and with some of the skill talent he's not being thrown out there with a totally crap team where he should have no chance to win.
No, he's not Trevor Lawrence.
Correct. So, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is being asked to do, make a tuna salad out of dog poop. But I want to see him get the whole year, and I think that's what the Eagles are thinking.
Yeah. It's just interesting. And look, there's been many times throughout my career years here in Philadelphia that something like this would come out. League sources say the Eagles do not believe he is. And it could be wrong, but there's times it's been right also. And the writing was on the wall. And there could be some things as recently as Carson Wentz where we thought, nah, that's not right. And then you're like, oh, wow, maybe it is right. So maybe there is some in the Eagles, and maybe the Eagles as a whole don't believe that Jalen Hurts is the guy moving forward. I just wonder, and Jamie, I wonder what do you handle this season any differently?
No. My eyes will tell me what I need to know. Like, league source this, league source that.
No, I'm not. See, you're going.
No. Of course there's concern. They don't have enough of body of a work. If there's not concern, that's a problem. They're not giving him the job for life. Of course there's concern. They need to see it themselves. So any source that's talking to somebody from the league is just perpetuating what's natural.
Pat, I just worry about my objectivity. because I am so wanting to see Jalen Hurts be successful because I've watched him for so long and watched him work, and I admire him so much that I wonder about my objectivity. Am I going to be like as critical as I'd be over a guy screwing up from North Dakota State that I don't have any buy-in to?
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, you're probably a little biased for sure, but I look, every Eagles fan should want him to succeed. You know, you should kind of go into it with a little bit of a biasness because of the fact that you don't want to be sitting here going, man, we got to use one of these first-round picks on a quarterback.
Or you got to use multiple.
I mean,
it's the worst
exactly.
case scenario.
It behooves the Eagles to know that he is the guy at the end of the season, and it's going to help their franchise a ton if he is the guy. So I think we all are probably going to go into it with a little, green-colored glasses watching him play.
Yeah, it was funny. When I was reading this also, I was wondering, is he not the prototypical type of quarterback that maybe this organization is looking for? He's not the 6'5" guy. He's not the huge arm guy.
Well, he doesn't fit Sirianni's MO of what he would probably prefer from what he's been taught along the way.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe is that where it's coming from that they're like, yeah.
But nobody knows.
Yeah, but they know what Sirianni prefers. Yes, they
Well,
do.
yeah, sure.
They know what Frank Reich prefers.
But if he comes
Sirianni
out and lights the
prefers.
world on fire,
Correct.
Sirianni's going to prefer him. So you know what I mean? Like, the
I
league
get
source to me, and I wasn't trying to, shoot down your point. It's just kind of pointless to me because you never know. Until the kid...
You never know on any sources.
Well, yeah, but he's got a high pedigree. Okay, they've seen him in camp, and they saw him for 4 games. You still don't know. You need a full season.
You definitely need, at this point, to make any blanket statement that you know or you don't.
Yeah, you
is
don't.
Absurd.
And you should have concerns. Just like you should have hope.
And I'll say it again.
Until he tells you which way to go.
Right.
We'll get into it more during the course of the show today, a little bit later. But if you're the Philadelphia Eagles and you constantly champion your championing of women, there better not be any fire to the smoke of Deshaun Watson. There better not be any legitimate fire there with Deshaun Watson. Can't have any of it. And if they are considering it, then wow. Then it's just talk. It's not legit. Okay, we have so much coming up. We're halfway through. For all of you who are streaming, we appreciate you. Our YouTube community, I can open my window here. YouTube community looks like it's been busy. Oh my gosh, it's been busy. I'll check out some of those comments too. You can get involved in the conversation.
You don't want to?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
We're halfway home. It is the Tuesday edition of the John Kincade Show, and you are listening to 97.5 The Fanatic. My friends at Window Nation have a great reputation, and reputation matters, especially if I'm going to be paying big money to replace windows on your house. Well, here's the great deal. Right now, with over 1 million windows installed and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, I would then know immediately that this is a trustworthy company I'm doing business with. So then what am I questioning? I'm questioning my wallet. Is my wallet going to be protected? Well, if I needed 20 windows and I'm only being asked to pay for 10, yeah, that's happening. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. Now you've got my attention. So what do? I wander over to windownation.com and I start to window shop. And I start to think about all the colors and the features and the style of window that I can bring into my home to raise its property value. And I can lower my heating and cooling costs. That's a great deal for you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No money down, no interest, no payments for 24 months. We're talking Labor Day of 2023. 866-90-NATION is the number you call. Call 866-90-NATION. But do your window shopping online at windownation.com and make sure you tell them that John Kincade from The Fanatic sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you'll get more than one shot to swing for the fences because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back. It's like credit if your first bet doesn't win, and it only gets better from there. Check out FanDuel's new promo live every Tuesday, $5 Dinger Tuesdays. Place a wager of $25 or more on any player to hit a home run on Tuesday and get a $5 bonus inside credit for every home run hit in the game, maximum $25. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund and bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25 per game. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Cuz. Let me tell you about my uncles. Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. End of summer means back to school savings are here. Time to drive out of summer into the ride of your dreams. My uncles over at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, they have what you need right now. Dealer inventories are at a record low, but family has truckloads arriving daily. The uncles in business for 3 generations. They know people. They have incredible inventories, including the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L, available for immediate delivery. The Grand Cherokee L has 3 rows of seating to fit the whole family comfortably on the way to school this fall. Drive it home today during the Make This the Summer event. You can complete the entire car buying process online. They'll even deliver right to your doorstep. Rather visit in person, they make that easy and safe too. Just schedule an appointment. They'll take care of the rest. Call, click, go visit them today. Philadelphia Airport Auto Mall. Remember, at Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you're more than a customer, you're family. Online anytime at FamilyAutos.com. See the uncles for details.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. Whoa! And in order to maneuver it, you need an expert by your side. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the tech solutions you need to help you get out in front and stay ahead of the game. Woo! Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices in Windows 10 Pro.
Jamie Lynch here. If you too have been diagnosed with alopecia areata, Dermatology Associates of Plymouth Meeting is looking for you to test an investigational oral drug. Men and women 18 to 65 with alopecia areata who have a current episode of scalp hair loss lasting at least 6 months and no longer than 10 years. You can be diagnosed with alopecia areata more than 10 years ago to qualify. If enrolled, you may receive compensation. Sign up online at PlymouthMeetingDermatology.com.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
Are you finally ready to sell that motorcycle or ATV that is just collecting dust in your garage? Harley, Honda, Polaris, Yamaha, or anything like it. RumbleOn.com will pay you cash today, and in minutes, you have a real cash offer. We will pay you cash before we pick it up. No more strangers coming to your house from a listing site. Use promo code RADIO for an extra $300 on your cash offer. Get your cash offer today. RumbleOn.com. Fast bikes, faster cash.
Android users, BetRivers Sportsbook is ready for download in the Google Play Store. Just search for BetRivers and download the app. It's never been easier to get in the game. You'll enjoy the ease of use and critical speed of the new BetRivers Android app. Bet with a winner. Download the BetRivers Android app in the Google Play Store today. Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 small business insurance. The policy has no fine print. It's clear what's covered. So while you can't see the following scene, just know that this pet store is protected by 3.
Joe, did you leave the snake tank open?
Look, I don't want to point fingers, but yes.
It's biting me. Sorry, sir. I'm calling my lawyer.
They're going to need some help with this mess. Luckily, they have 3. No fine print, just exceptional coverage. 3 is a product of Berkshire Hathaway Direct Insurance Company. 3. No nonsense, just common sense.
Stars and Stripes Harley has secured 0 down and 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons. Stars and Stripes Harley has hundreds of Harleys on site for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to get you approved. 0 down and 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Stars and Stripes Harley. Offer credit and Sunday.
There's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. Sip in a fall with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or a pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only, and all cold foam cold brew.
Avantor in Bridgeport, New Jersey has an immediate need for warehouse material handlers. If you're looking for a full-time position offering $21 an hour with growth opportunities, Avantor is for you. You'll receive a matching 401k, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, and a $5,000 employment incentive if hired before September 30th. Apply online at AvantorSciences.com. Earn $21 an hour working as a warehouse material handler at Avantor in Bridgeport, New Jersey. Go to AvantorSciences.com.
Hi, guys. It's Connor Thomas from the John Kincade Show. And at this point in the baseball season, a lot of teams, well, they're looking at their aces. But one doesn't always get it done. Sometimes you need 2, 3, well, you might even need 4. And the best place to find that many aces is the World Series of Poker Real Money mobile app by Harris Philadelphia. It's live now, so let's deal you in, PA. You can download the app or jump on that computer and head to WSOP.com to put your skills to the test. Not only do you have chances to win huge tournament prize pools, not only can you win online bracelets, but you can even win an entry to the World Series of Poker main event in Las Vegas. You can get $50 of free play, too, if you just use the promo code ALLINPA. So join the best at WSOP.com. Must be 21 or over to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You think Jamie has some really crazy opinions? Don't worry. We do too.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Turn on the mic, John.
There you go.
It's broadcasting. It really helps you to turn on the mic. 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkInjury.com.
Speaking to the mic, bitch.
I rarely say, why didn't I listen to Pat Egan? Like, I rarely say that, Pat. Why didn't I listen to you?
I think most people can attest to that.
But I think in this is Coach, did you realize Mark D's back? With the same old song and dance?
Yeah.
Somehow Mark D is drawing a correlation between Odubel Herrera and Deshaun Watson.
I saw that.
Interesting. Mark D. Odubel Herrera not charged criminally. Charges dropped. Odubel Herrera with the woman that the incident happened with from years and years ago, still together. Odubel Herrera lost tons of money, was suspended from his work. I think he lost like $10 million, something like that, of time where he's lost. 22 different accusers of Deshaun Watson that all, to be a part of it, had to produce evidence of the conversations between them and Deshaun Watson. Some of them where they say, hey, if we're going to have a massage again, remember, I told you don't do that around me. It's not for sex. It's not for, don't be doing that. It's just a massage. 10 criminal complaints that they've now convened a grand jury on to decide if they want to do felony charges. And as I saw the lawyers on ESPN talk about, when they're deciding the grand jury whether they want to pursue felony charges, it probably means they think they've got misdemeanor charges in the bag. So if you want to draw correlations between 22 incidents where one is no criminal charges, they were dropped. You've got a confluence of information that just confounds me. We're going to have a homework assignment for Wednesday's show, and Jamie already complained about having homework on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, I thought we were done with homework, John.
No, it's back to school, Jamie.
I'm a grown man.
Your wife went back to school yesterday.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
We're all going to try and come up with a list of the things that allow us to be optimistic about the Eagles season. This is foreign territory for us as a fan base. It's been 22 years since the Eagles have been expected to accomplish less by Las Vegas. So this is honestly it's been a generation since we had an Eagles season where the experts in Vegas believed we were going to suffer through just a malaise. I think it's the delicate balance when you do a sports talk radio show of trying to find some positivity, so you're not beating people over the head every day with constant negativity, but you're also not patronizing the listeners by lying about your belief system and your enthusiasm. So tomorrow we are going to attempt to do this as our homework assignment, and we'll be all over it. And you can either say it was logical or not. We're going to get into that. So I'm going to give you one today. It's a fictional look ahead to the Eagles season. If the Eagles had 2 Pro Bowl players in 2021, so 2 guys, and they were veterans, like 30 years old, 31, 29, 30, whatever, would that be a disappointment to you? And who is the most likely under 25 Pro Bowler on the roster? And could there be multiples, and is there one that you consider probable that we could be talking about a Pro Bowl season? With Bob and Jamie and Pat and Coach and Mike and Connor, it's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. So, and a 25 or under Pro Bowler on the Eagles, Bob. Is it logical to think that we could have a Pro Bowl player on this roster under 25? 26.
Logical?
Yes.
No, I would go more hopeful. I don't think it's logical to think.
Who would you be hoping?
Well, if I had to take an educated hope, I don't
yes.
even,
an educated
Devontae Smith.
I'd love that.
Now,
that would just give me.
Here's what's tough
all
about
the
it.
Feels.
Yeah, the tough part about it is he's getting passes from a guy who's starting his first full season as a quarterback. So in order for Devontae Smith to be really good, that means Jalen Hurts is going to have to. So now you're relying on 2 guys that are. So most likely guy under 25. I'll still say him because of talent, but I certainly wouldn't bet the house on it.
Jordan Mailata has probably like the 7 best left tackles in football ahead of him in the NFC, so I don't think he's got a shot.
It's difficult.
Devontae Smith is a rookie.
I know where you're going to go.
Do you?
Yeah.
What?
Miles Sanders.
No.
Really? I thought so.
No, actually.
Wouldn't he be the most logical?
Yes, he would be. I was going to say Derek Barnett.
Really?
He's playing for money, and you can't underestimate a guy in a contract year. He's 25 years old himself. It's him or Sweat. I think one of them is going to bust through this year in a big way. So one of those 2, I think, would be my guess.
So you're big into Sweat. Like, I mean, you have been.
I love Sweat.
Right.
He's sweaty.
I am sweaty, seasoned up.
Sweaty and clammy.
And it's not just because of the humidity.
Pat, what?
God, this humidity's got to go.
Am I wrong?
No, Sanders is probably the most logical.
I think Sanders is the most logical pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. We all know he's going to be a starter. We've seen him play at a high level.
He's going to get the touches. He's going to get an opportunity.
The perfect sense. They're going to have to rely on him a lot.
Now, there's a but coming.
There is a but. It's Jordan Mailata.
No chance.
He's got so many.
How much you want to bet?
The only thing is Pat,
$1,000.
Pat, he's got so many talented people ahead of him.
Bakhtiari, Williams, Ramczak,
I think that.
Tristan Wirfs. I mean, it's just
when the Pro Bowl is played, he will be wearing
Teron
Armstead.
Wow.
He'll be wearing a Pro Bowl.
There's literally
jersey.
like 7 Pro Bowlers ahead of him.
Write it in the book.
And what do we know? And what do we know about the Pro Bowl?
Write
is
it in
that
the book.
guys who have been really, really good in the past can just have a good year, and their peers will vote them to the Pro Bowl almost out of reputation. That they didn't have a terrible year, but they'll get there in a good year because their peers just say, "Man, he's one of the best."
Sure. That's the way it works.
We're
Trent
overlooking
like the biggest hot take of the day.
That is
here by the guy who doled out Jamie as a hot taker yesterday.
No, I didn't. Stop.
There you go.
No, I didn't. I didn't dole him out as a hot. I said that he has hot takes. He's throwing stones in glass houses.
No, I don't really have hot takes.
I thought you said he was the biggest hot take. person.
No, I didn't say that.
No.
I put words in my mouth.
I would just. I'm fascinated by this because if you end this year and we don't have a Pro Bowl player under the age of 26, let's say it's 26. What does that say for your future?
Well, I mean, a Mailata could come just shy. And that's pretty damn good. Josh Sweat could come just shy.
By the way, are we counting it if they're the third pick, but they're still Pro Bowlers because
guys, they're the third. Yes, because
then Mailata will be in.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say to you too: is there's one guy that would make me the happiest if he was a Pro Bowler of all of them.
Brent Toth,
Devontae Smith.
No,
say it.
No. I want
alternates don't really count. But
Michael
Jaquette. If Devontae Smith is the guy, it's Dallas Goedert.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Is he He's probably just 25.
If Dallas Goedert is, what is he, 25, 26?
Let's check it out. He is 26.
Okay, so if Dallas Goedert made the Pro Bowl
just turned
this year,
26,
that would make me that would be to me the most uplifting, because I saw Zach Ertz and what he did for this organization for so long. It would make me really happy if they had their new Zach Ertz.
Well,
and
let
I
me
haven't
ask you
seen
this.
it yet.
What would make you happier? And it might not be best for the future, but it would be a feel good if Zach Ertz made the Pro Bowl as opposed to Dallas Goedert.
No.
But you love Zach Ertz.
I do, but it doesn't mean anything for my future enjoyment of the Eagles. Him making a Pro Bowl, I'm not for. Look, go get. I would be.
You're projecting to the future.
I'd be really happy if Zach Ertz ended his career as an Eagle. That would make me very happy.
Yeah,
because he is, to me, he's one of my favorite Eagles of all time. But I don't want the Lifetime Achievement Awards. I don't care about that at all. I want to see. I'd rather see Dallas Goedert take that next step. I'm hoping it happens. I've heard it was going to happen. I was told it was going to happen.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
They believed it was going to happen.
He's still got a shot.
He does. No, he does. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not.
No. I don't think anybody is.
How about this?
Because he's been good. He just hasn't been great.
He's been good, but there's been moments where I've just gone, are you serious?
Yeah.
Where Zach Ertz ascended. By the way, Zach Ertz was clearly ascending at this time in his career. In fact, he'd already arrived.
Yeah, 27,
he'd arrived. So that to me is where I'm a little bit concerned. But I'm going to ask you this: and we talked about it earlier, is Deshaun Watson. The Eagles questioning. There's a lot of people in NFL circles who believe the Eagles would be the number one destination for Deshaun Watson just because of the draft capital that they've got. Well, NFL players just voted him 18th in the top 100 best players. First of all, I've got zero issue with that because I think he earned it, because it's based on his on the field play in the 2020 season by his peers. But it's also going to be the explanation for why teams that are desperate for a quarterback will consider going after him. I recommend you go watch the NFL Network as they celebrate the top 100 players in the NFL. Go watch the video that they post about Deshaun Watson. Because all the other videos, they have other players singing their praises. Hey, we have Aaron Rodgers, and you've got maybe Tom Brady saying Aaron Rodgers does things on the football field, and they have all these things. Mm-hmm. The Deshaun Watson one is like, nah, I'm good. The NFL
they
players
just skip right over.
Yeah, they
not going to speak on
that
one.
It's all about his side, but you don't see the NFL players being like, yeah, let me show. Can I show up for Deshaun Watson?
Yeah,
they're like, it's like the Pariah film that they put up there.
Yeah.
I can't think of an incredible talent, and he's a top 20 talent in the NFL right now. I think it's logical where he ended up, that appeared to be heading towards a pariah status in the prime of their career. I'm trying to. You're talking about
it's uncharted water. I think
top 20 in the NFL would be top 8 in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Top 8 in the NHL, maybe top 10,
top 6,
top whatever. I mean, I can't think of a player in the prime of their career who believes that thing. So then, an updated story on it. NFL Network had trouble getting players that wanted to speak just even on Deshaun Watson's ranking.
I wouldn't want to talk on him either.
You're talking about it. See, I think this is idiotic. Because you're talking about his 2020 season on the field. These players aren't commenting on what's going on in the courts.
Well, yeah, but it's smart by them. Why would you want to be linked as a pro Watson guy right now?
Yeah, but you're talking about
you get tagged.
Guess what? You have to have two different conversations.
Yeah, but you know how people receive information. Yeah. They receive it how they want to receive it.
I am completely anti the Eagles going after Deshaun Watson.
For email.
But I am absolutely can 100% go on and say Deshaun Watson is fantastic at his job. Does an amazing job on the field. I think that in a better situation, he would be right up there competing for MVP awards.
And then that goes out on the NFL Network, and let's say it's Tom Brady saying these things about Deshaun Watson. People are going to go, oh, you're supporting him? It doesn't matter what the actual words are coming out of your mouth. It's that you're stamping your approval on him as a player right now, and that's cancerous.
Do you think the same way?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Like even talking
I
about
wouldn't.
just his ranking And why?
Nope.
Why
no, thank you.
Really?
What do I have to gain from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost
you
like
have no problem talking about you don't want Deshaun Watson here either.
Oh, I don't even want to speak his name.
But you have no problem saying Deshaun Watson is a fantastic player.
Yeah, everybody knows that. I mean, everybody knows and it's been proven, the top 20, all that, whatever. Everybody knows what he can do on a football field. What he's alleged to have done so far is so disgusting that if it's proven not true, then I'll go back to talking about Deshaun Watson as a football player. But right now, I just don't feel the need to. And he's not going to be on the field, I don't think, this year anyway.
And as they also discussed it, too, is that this isn't about innocent till proven guilty when the facts of the matter, at least the conversations, you can read for yourself. You can go read them. And the creep factor, is it your word? I don't want to use your word.
No, he's a creep. Best case scenario is he's a creep.
Best case scenario is you're dealing with a guy that...
Yeah, worst case is a sexual predator that belongs behind bars.
And that would be the worst case.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst case.
Pretty extremes.
But I don't understand, Pat, I don't understand it as far as not being able to separate talking about what he brings on the football field and what in his personal life he's doing.
If I was an agent, I would advise all my clients not to talk about Deshaun Watson. It doesn't help them at all. I mean,
what's the upside?
There's endorsement deals too that, if you go out there and say anything good about Deshaun Watson, and there should be a separation, but in today's day and age, there's not.
I got you.
And all of a sudden, that endorser, had something happen in his life, and he pulls the endorsement deal off of you because you're on the NFL Network saying this guy's a good player. Hey, most of us, I think, throw our hands up and go, dude, I was talking about the guy in the field.
Player, right. But
the optics of it, it doesn't help the player to speak glowingly in any way about Deshaun Watson.
Now, I'm looking at our YouTube here. It says, I wonder why the change in feeling about Watson with this show. Besides Bob, I never supported getting Deshaun Watson.
I said in the beginning I wanted to see the details, and then the details started coming out more and more, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
There is no change. Bob's been the steadiest on it. Once you read, if you just take the time, by the way, you can take the time to read. It's like 2 hours of stuff that they've got. You can go read every conversation that has been thrown out there. Here are the conversations that went on between the accusers and him. And again, where my mind completely changed in the entire story was when the 5 biggest documented accusers have all said no money in the civil suits.
Yeah.
$1. I guess they have to do it for $1. That to me, Pat, won me over. That won me over to go, not only do I get to read what went on between them, which backs up their accounting of events, but also, too, when you're not asking for money in a civil suit.
And when it's more than that, it's not a cash grab.
You just want justice.
Yeah, that's concerning for sure. I don't know where this person's getting this because, as you said, Bob's been
steady,
most staunch no guy, and then I think we have all at one point. None of us were saying with pom poms go out and get Deshaun Watson. That was never said on our show.
In fact, I got told that I was disrespectful at Adam Schefter for arguing about it. That why would the Eagles want to do that? Well, why wouldn't the Eagles want to do it? I'm like,
well, come on, man.
I can think of a reason, Adam, that they wouldn't want to do it. By the way, Safe Auto offers Pennsylvania State minimum car insurance for less than 70 cents a day. Visit safeauto.com or call 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Play it safe with Safe Auto. And again, the criminal element of this case and this story absolutely gets adjudicated. But there are no... The Watson camp is not alleging that the DMs that have been supplied to the courts, that everybody can read, that you can go read for yourself. The Watson camp is not saying that they're false and not saying that they didn't exist. They're just saying, well, you're misinterpreting them. So you're misinterpreting woman after woman after woman. Sounds like the Cosby defense team. Honestly, it really does. This guy is being, all these women are conspiring on this. And again, this is a strange story, and it could happen. It could still happen. You could see Howie Roseman doing this.
I could.
Couldn't you?
To save his job?
Bob?
Absolutely.
You could see him doing it.
No? No.
Okay.
No, not now. It's getting way too bad, and maybe I jumped the gun early, not having full knowledge, but I was always out on it, and I don't think anybody really is in on it. No.
Jamie, you wouldn't take my deal with the devil yesterday.
Yeah, you gave me another homework assignment. These homework assignments are really piling up here, John.
The only thing is, Jamie, I just want you to get the check mark. Coach, give him one of the gold stars today.
Yeah, give me a sticker.
Give him a sticker.
So your proposition was yesterday basically that you lose the majority of this season and end up with the top pick.
Top 3 pick.
Top
guaranteed.
3 pick.
Guaranteed.
So my answer was no, I wouldn't take that deal. I'd rather bet on the optimism of this season. And part of the reason why I said that was because I don't really believe you need a top 3 pick to change a franchise.
Okay.
I said of the top 100 players in the NFL, which this year's list is still being released, so I don't have access to it. So I used last year's list to go back and look at this. Now, of the top 100 players entering the 2020 season, how many would you guess are quarterbacks?
6.
3.
What? You okay?
I don't know.
Pat?
He's Pat.
8.
Well,
okay, you're all a little crazy. It's 11. I mean, it's the most important position in sports.
Okay.
How many of
I thought 6.
How many of those were number 1 overall picks?
3.
2.
1.
1 of 11. So the most important position in sports, the thing that the Eagles are all, hopeful if things go bad, at least we have this. It doesn't equate to squat.
Okay, tell me about the top, 20 or 25 players. How many of them were top 3 picks?
So I didn't get 3. I did 2. Take a guess how many top 1 and 2 picks out of the top 100 players in the league there were.
7.
12.
6.
5.
Holy
wow.
Oh, my God.
Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, Kyler Murray were your number 1 picks. Your number 2 picks were Nick Bosa and Saquon Barkley. Now, you had a Larry Fitzgerald that was in there, like a number 3.
But still, though, that's...
Number 2 picks, 5 of the top 100 players. So the NFL is a different animal. When people think tank, unless you're tanking for a Trevor Lawrence and there's a particular target, it's overrated. It's not the NBA where you need a number 1 or number 2 pick to have the success. Number 1 picks in the NBA equate to like 75% of NBA titles.
Okay,
it's
that
5 of 100.
Floors me.
I wonder though how many are top 10 picks.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that are 6, 7s.
The premise I gave was you get really bad to get a top 3 pick, and that absolutely.
I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes, look at Aaron Rodgers, look at Russell Wilson. Some of the best players in the league are not top 5 picks and not even top 3 picks.
Okay, I would have bet anything that would not have been that 5% of the top.
Isn't that crazy?
Was a top 1 or 2 pick. I would have bet anything that I owned that was not true.
Yeah, and there may be one guy I missed here and there, but I did fairly thorough.
When the 2020 list comes out,
I'll take a look at it again.
Just check it and see if the same thing. But
it even shocked me, and I was the one proposing this. That 5 of 100. That's wild.
That's amazing.
That is crazy.
That is real. That
5.
That blows my mind.
Doesn't it? And the quarterback thing is overblown.
Well, it totally changes my mind a little bit, too, about how desperate it is to get the top 3 pick.
Yeah.
The only thing I want in this draft is control.
Sure. And optionality.
And if this team gets off to and I can tell you right now, if this team gets off to a terrible start, you're talking a 2-7 start, a 1-6 start, I absolutely will be like, play well, develop the young players, but don't be winning.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, you only have to. I got to put it with 2 months of getting kicked in the beanbag in order to get a long.
And Jadeveon Clowney, a former number 1 pick, generational type player, he's probably not even on this year's list. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a total crapshoot in the NFL, and you can find great players anywhere.
That's good work by you.
That's really good work, James.
The Eagles struggle to do that, though.
Well, yeah, they do. But Jordan Mailata,
but you can do it, though. The point is you can do it.
Give him a My Little Pony sticker. Give him one of the My Little Pony ones.
Not a brony of My Little Pony.
We can absolutely love that. That is fantastic. By the way, Olivia was giving me the briefing on the brony. She's giving and she said, "Dad, they're going to be all over." So, do I go to Dragon Con with her?
Yes. If bronies are there, I need firsthand.
Well,
I need boots on the ground.
And I'll tell you what costume she's got for me if I want to go. So, I don't know if I'm going to go. There's a scandal in Major League Baseball that's not getting nearly enough press. We'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show, and you're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
The EPL is back, and if you're betting on it, you have to go to BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. You can bet on the app, or you can bet online at BetMGM.com. And one of the reasons why the king of sportsbooks is great offers like this one. So if you register today using the BetMGM app or BetMGM.com, they're going to ask you to use a bonus code when you register. And you type in my name, Pat Egan 100. And if your first wager is just a $1 moneyline bet on any single EPL game, you'll receive $100 in free bets if either team scores a goal. And I'm telling you right now, Saturday at 12:30, Liverpool-Chelsea, one of those two teams is scoring. So that's an easy $100 added to your account. But BetMGM also has their one-game parlay feature where you can make parlays within a single soccer game. And then they also have their daily odds boosts, and then they have the Money Monday Club. They have so many reasons on why they're the king of sportsbooks, and that's one of the reasons why you should try them out. But an offer like this is too good to pass up, so don't pass it up. Download the app or head to BetMGM.com, and once again, register, use the bonus code PatEgan100, and make sure your first wager is a $1 moneyline bet on any single EPL game. When the ball goes into the net, you're going to wake up the next day with $100 in free bets. This is from the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM, and it's a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by United Rentals Power and HVAC. For all your power generation and HVAC rentals in the tri-state area, visit UnitedRentals.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Avidan Appel from Iron Mountain Men's Health. I speak with patients every day in person, over the phone, and in video chats, and I often hear the same thing. A man is tired all the time, has trouble sleeping, his workouts are disappointing, and his sex drive is even worse. More often than not, these symptoms are due to low testosterone. Low testosterone doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks up on you as your testosterone level slowly dwindles with age. Eventually, it gets low enough that treatment is the only option. When that happens, Iron Mountain Men's Health is here to help. We have a variety of low testosterone treatment options available, and we create a custom treatment plan for you that's safe and effective. Unlike a lot of clinics, you'll see a real physician every time you visit. Call Iron Mountain Men's Health today to make an appointment. Or fill out the Contact Us form at ironmountainmenshealth.com. That's ironmountainmenshealth.com. And don't forget, mention you heard us on The Fanatic.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, training in all that is media. Broadcast, digital, TV, radio, podcasting, and content creation. It's the nation's most successful media training program and includes job placement assistance. Learn from expert instructors whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. Train on site or online. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com. Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, with the nation's most successful sports broadcasting program. Sports talk, play-by-play, color commentary, sideline reporting. Get trained and coached by professional sports media experts whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com.
Hey, it's Natalie Eganoff. Join me on the home team with the Parx Casino Sportsbook app. You can join me now and bet on baseball, golf, MMA, preseason football, and more. There's live in-game play-by-play betting. New customers can sign up right now and get your first bet risk-free up to $500. Your risk-free bet refunded in site credit. Just download the app or click parxcasino.com/PA and use promo code Natalie. You can follow me on Twitter at Parx Sportsbook.
Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Golf season is in full swing, and the Parx Casino Sportsbook app has you covered. Betting on golf is fun. Bet on outright winners. Bet on match winners. Bet on individual golfers' daily performance. Live hole-by-hole betting. The Parx Sportsbook app has a great offer to bet on golf for new customers. Download the app and make your first bet on golf risk-free up to $500. Click parxcasino.com/PA and promo code GREEN. Your risk-free bet refunded in site credit. Website has all terms and conditions. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
T-Mobile for Business is helping small businesses unlock more opportunity. Introducing unlimited plans built for business on America's largest 5G network, starting at $25 per line. Plus, right now, get Facebook advertising on us. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/smallbusiness. Customers using over 50 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds due to prioritization. Video at 480p for business unlimited select with 6+ lines with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Facebook offer via $200 virtual prepaid card when switching with 3 new lines. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Golf season is in full swing, and the Parx Casino Sportsbook app has you covered. Betting on golf is fun. Bet on outright winners. Bet on individual golfers' daily performance. Live hole-by-hole betting. The Parx Sportsbook app has a great offer to bet on golf for new customers. Download the app and make your first bet risk-free up to $500. Click parxcasino.com/PA and promo code GREEN. Your risk-free bet refunded in site credit. Website has all terms and conditions. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
T-Mobile for Business is helping small businesses unlock more opportunity. Introducing unlimited plans built for business on America's largest 5G network, starting at $25 per line. Plus, right now, get Facebook advertising on us.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get to where you want to go.
Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
When water strikes, call DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Water in your basement, minor leaks, or moisture on the walls could all cause major damage to your home, allow mold to grow, and even weaken the structure of your home. Call the leader in basement waterproofing, DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. They provide free consultations and foundation assessments, and just by mentioning the Mike Missinelli Show, you could save 15%. Don't let water damage ruin your home. Visit DryTechCorp.com. It's DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Protect your investment.
Sunday! It's the savings event of the season. Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Your chance to save big by bundling your home and auto insurance. But only this Sunday. Unless you're busy, in which case you can bundle Tuesday. Or if you already have dinner plans, then try Friday. But if the week gets away from you, you can just wait till next Sunday. Because Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon isn't going anywhere. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people, and now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesar rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing!
Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Hey, it's our Coach Camille, and you know what? We all have ridiculous schedules these days, so let's talk a little bit about you. You get up early, get a quick breakfast, sometimes no breakfast at all, get the kids ready for camp or school, you head to work, you have a Zoom meeting, you have another Zoom meeting, you do something that resembles lunch, and then crash. Coffee at 1 o'clock just isn't cutting it for you anymore, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to do what I do every morning. It's a 5-hour energy shot. Don't be a part of the 70% that hit the wall after lunch every day. Try the 5-hour energy extra strength watermelon. That's what I had this morning at 5 a.m. 0 sugar. It's got a convenient little portable size, and it's the perfect pick-me-up for getting your day started just like I do, or keeping yourself going after lunch. You can go to the 5-Hour Energy website to find over 15 awesome flavors to choose from. You can also build that 12-pack or 24-pack, which I did last week with the watermelon and the tropical flavors. So how do you go from 0 to help is finally here? Pick up a 5-Hour Energy shot at your local grocery or convenience store. They are everywhere.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. We appreciate Martin Law and their fine patronage of this program. Did you read the story about the death of Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs?
Yeah.
And what happened to him? And I can't believe this story isn't the number one lead. So I put on the 6 o'clock Sports Center last night, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be blowing up. The team's PR director is a drug mule in this case, an FBI investigation, and the team is having multiple players that are getting their drugs from the team's sort of PR director. And it leads to the death of Tyler Skaggs, who I guess got bootleg hydrocodone.
Yeah, fentanyl was
and
involved.
it was in, and it was,
Yikes.
and it ended up killing him. And this is how can this story not be bigger? in Major League Baseball circles, an employee of the team was being a drug mule for the players. And by the way, Skaggs himself
was a middleman, they're saying.
Was the middleman.
Yeah.
And this PR director, I guess, was getting a cut. Is all I can figure. Is getting a cut or something. There had to be something that motivates you to be a drug mule.
I didn't see it pushed by many top publications. I saw Amy Dash, who's a legal sports reporter. She was the first one I saw put it out there. It makes you wonder if MLB kind of hush money or hush strings are being pulled here.
Yeah, like ESPN, don't run with this too much.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder that because it's a huge story.
I can't believe it.
My one friend who's out that way is a diehard Angels fan, and he texted me. He's like, I might not have a team to root for. Like, it's that bad, like borderline death sentence for a franchise. I mean, it's not going to happen because there's too much money involved, but holy hell. If I'm the Skaggs family, and they're saying he's been an addict dating back to 98, the Angels have known about his problems.
Well, Skaggs is the one, though, who it seems like
he had an issue himself.
He brought the
but it was perpetuated by the organization, it sounds like.
Well, do you believe higher-ups in an organization, Bob, would ever... I mean, this is a PR director, 30 years old, who's getting roped into this.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember the time that it happened, the initial reaction by the Angels higher-ups, his wife... I mean, the disbelief that they all had.
He died in a room in St. Louis on a road
trip. The disbelief that they had, to me at the time, seemed natural. Now, I'm not saying they were lying either. I doubt higher-ups had an inkling of this, because if you get a sniff of anything like that, you can't nip it in the bud quick enough.
By the way, did you know in this FBI, if you go and read the story, did you know that at a hotel, every time you swipe your key, that they can just pull up your room and say, Jamie Lynch left his room at 11:37 p.m.
I assume so, yeah.
I guess
you can do that with your cell phone.
No, but I'm an idiot for not.
Everything is tracked.
But I didn't realize is that the hotel, they literally just came in and said, when did the PR director leave his room? Oh, he left his room at 11:30 at night. And then Skaggs' door opens at 11:31.
Yeah.
And then the PR director's room opens up at 11:30. I guess I never.
And there was a fentanyl shipment that day of his death that came in.
Is crazy.
It's really bad for the Angels. It's a horrible story overall. But how do you have that going on? Look, you can hide that stuff from the higher ups,
can't you?
But that's not just between Tyler Skaggs and the PR director.
Well, there was supposedly 5 people.
Okay, and if there's 5, that means there's probably 12 that knew. That's damning.
Oh my God, it's a crazy story.
Yeah, Jamie's right. If the idea that people in the higher ups didn't know, I mean, come on, like we've all. Yeah, I think we've all worked with someone who's had a problem, and you not only do you know, but word starts to spread about the person.
But wait a minute. Okay, so if there's somebody here, let's just make it mythically, it's Jamie.
Yeah.
So then Coach is getting Jamie his stuff as a middleman, and 3 other people in the building are also getting stuff from.
I don't necessarily know if you know that it's the middleman, but you know that one guy has a problem and another guy has a problem.
Well,
and if they're hanging out a lot, if they're hanging out a lot, it's not hard to figure out that they're not playing Fortnite together. I mean, if they both have a common interest here.
I just never thought of it to the level of detail. And we swipe a key everywhere. And they're all like, they literally track down where this guy goes, okay, he took the delivery at this time at 10:32. He went to Skaggs' room at 11:31. He left his room at 11:30. Skaggs opens his door at 11:31. He's back in his room at 11:33. And it's like they had, and then they have cameras. They can just watch all this stuff go on. It's incredible. It's an incredible story to read. And boy, the Angels.
Yeah, it's really been pushed under the carpet,
big time.
It's unbelievable because it happened and you heard all this stuff and then it kind of just went away.
If I saw this on Criminal Minds, I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, that's stupid.
And you can't say it's not a mainstream sport.
No.
I mean, it's baseball, for crying out loud. It's a Los Angeles team, baseball. You would think that this would have gotten more coverage than it has.
I got one for you, though. Based at Disney in Anaheim.
Yeah.
The team plays in Anaheim. And the company that covers sports more than any is also that's where they make their bones in Anaheim.
Yeah, they got some strings to pull over there.
Could there be something that's because they just it's buried. That story's buried.
It's one of the more crazy sports stories I've ever heard.
It's the luxury of having Disney own not only the Angels but ABC and ESPN. You can bury this stuff. And not only that, but they're able to kind of hide behind the Trevor Bauer situation out in LA. And Major League Baseball, who has a deal with ESPN, certainly doesn't want this story being in the forefront because it's a bad look for the league. So it's like a perfect storm of covering up and really only seeing it on some websites, and that's it.
You're really hard up though, and that's what scares you about drug addict is that you're going to put something in your body, you have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
You have no idea if it's been bootleg, bought on the street, and you're going to put it in your mouth and go, dude. I mean, there's such a bad problem of it back in Atlanta, in affluent suburbs.
There's a problem everywhere.
There's
the
problems
fentanyl. I know people that have been affected by fentanyl use.
And two, well, people want to think, oh, it's like Skid Row. No.
It's everywhere.
The affluent suburbs, terrible problem with it.
Yeah, I just watched a documentary on it a couple of weeks ago about the distribution of it and how common it is. It's scary as hell.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, it's never a scary place, but Bob thought I said something yesterday that might have been a little off base, and I think he could be right.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Or I could be completely wrong.
I don't know. I think you might, because hearing you bring this up, I think you might be right.
Well, you threw it out there. You said if this is a 3 or 4 win team with the Philadelphia Eagles, you said that, well, in that case, Howie would be gone.
Probably gone, yeah.
Yeah, and you said it, and it hit my head, and I don't know if we were out of time or whatever, but it stuck with me enough to write it down last night. I don't know. I think he's skating free here. I really don't think there's much that can happen that Howie would be gone after this season because they've set it up to be a 4 or 5 win season. They've made it look like, hey, look what we got for Carson Wentz. Look at all your draft picks you have. We're not expecting this season to be good. So telltale's going to be next year when you have all those draft picks.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jalen Hurts is really bad. Does Jeffrey Lurie then look at Howie Roseman and say, well, why did you take him here?
Howie Roseman doesn't know what he's doing.
And Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
He's going to go, oh, well, look at him. And then you're going to go, okay, well, what about Andre Dillard? And then he's going to, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's going to be that, well, what about him?
Yeah. Right. So
back and forth.
There is enough to put Howie on the card. But if this is a 4-win team and you say, Miles Sanders isn't that good, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside didn't make the team.
Andre Dillard.
Yeah, obviously. Derek Barnett, what happened to him? So then you have all that stuff that you could stockpile against Howie Roseman and say maybe, look, you got to be better, especially in the draft. But do you, in heart of heart, do you think Jeffrey Lurie would do that after a 4 or 5 win season?
No, I think that's why so many people wanted him fired last year because of all the built-in excuses now upcoming. So I think that's what ramped up the passion for how he doesn't deserve to be here is, well, if you're not firing him now, what are you going to fire him for?
If you tell me, though, that the reason that they win 3 or 4 games this year is because his draft picks wet the bed, I think the heat could be turned on enough. But the only problem that I would have is they let him hire another coach. And rarely do you see the GM go the year after they just hired a coach also.
Yeah. I just, every time I play it out, I don't think there's a scenario where Jeffrey Lurie would say, yeah, this is on Howie and he's out. I think this is a team that is looking to build to the future, and I don't think Jeffrey Lurie has it in his mind of that future being without Howie Roseman.
Oh.
And Jamie put it perfectly. I didn't even think of this phrase, built-in excuses. They're pretty much all there. It's the same reason I brought up earlier. Is there really any reason to have any anxiousness about this team? No, you just have to let it play out, and you go from there. So, therefore, that's why I don't think Howie is in any real trouble this year.
No, neither do I.
He's not. I mean, I think Jeffrey Lurie knew when they went on in this direction that Howie Roseman was going to be the guy to quote-unquote fix it or get the opportunity to. You're not going to fix it within a year. Howie Roseman got all this draft capital. The dead cap money comes off the books, and there's really no expectation for the team this year. So I hate to say it, but he's kind of Teflon. He's going to be given the opportunity to draft who he wants to with the assets that he got. I don't think there's anything he can really do to get fired.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's and you weren't wrong. Like yesterday, it wasn't, slam on the brakes when you said it. Stop the show. Wait, what the hell did you say? It was kind of a shrug your shoulders, but then, the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, maybe he's not. And Teflon, built-in excuses, these are all things that kind of surround Howie right now. And I think he's in a great spot of, no matter what happens this year, I'm okay.
I hate that you say that, and I hate the fact that I say to myself, it's probably true. It's probably true. That's where it sits.
But you never know. Look, the mid-season, Jeffrey Lurie could have.
I mean, if this guess what? If we're in Las Vegas and this team's 1-6, and they're a laughing stock, I believe all discussions are off as far as whether Howie Roseman's here long term.
Sure.
If this season is one thing I don't think Jeffrey Lurie's ever had to deal with is a just embarrassing. Even Andy Reid had so much goodwill built up that when at the end of his career the team was crapping out, he had so much goodwill built up that it was okay.
It was okay to say it's just time.
And whereas with Howie Roseman, I think that he'll always have that title. And by the way, he did a marvelous job that year of supplementing the roster. I mean, covering for some of the holes that he didn't draft well for.
Yeah, and it's not far away.
And the counterpoint to it, if they go out and have a 8 or 9 win season.
Oh no, then
Howie's locked up for forever.
He's got a lifetime contract. I mean,
if Jalen Hurts has more than, I'm sorry, Pat, go ahead.
Well, no, he's Jeffrey Lurie's boy. He's lockstep Jeffrey Lurie's
but so
guy.
is Joe Banner.
Now wait a minute though.
In fairness,
Pat, the one thing I don't like about that sort of portrayal is that you make it out to be that he's just there because. I refuse to believe he's just there in that job because
he does
gives
do
Jeffrey Lurie
good.
access. He does. He's considered one of the top front office execs about managing the cap and understanding cap ramifications.
He just can't evaluate talent.
Correct.
And he thinks he can, and that's going to be his downfall.
Well, I wouldn't say can't. It hasn't been good lately. Your boy Jordan Mailata, I mean
that was Jeff Stoutland. That was Jeff Stoutland standing on the table.
So now Jeff Stoutland gets credit.
Jeff Stoutland is that pick. I mean, come on.
All right, well, Howie makes it.
Well, Howie.
Wait, so Howie made the phone call?
I'm just saying. So Howie gets blamed for all the bad ones, but none of the good ones. I'm just saying you can't.
For every good one, and there's about maybe 3 or 4 of them.
You
can
ripped
find
me
5
yesterday for speaking in absolutes, and then you just said he can't find talent.
He can't. Look at their draft history.
Judge Bob.
You can't talk in those kind of definitive
absolutes. Thank you.
There you go.
A Sith Lord. He's Sith Lord Egan.
There is still room for you and a friend to join us on this awesome Vegas trip if you want to go watch the Birds in October. We've got limited seats available. You can be part of our hotel situation, our private airfare, and things like that. Plus, you can still enjoy, if you're going out to Vegas on your own and you want to come to our Sunday morning tailgate, you want to come to the John Doran Boss Private Magic Show, we have, because of the size of the travel party, we have limited seats that will be available to just join us or places to just join us for the Kegs and Eggs tailgate or things like that. Go to phillysportstrips.com, and you will also be able to join us for our live broadcasts out in Las Vegas, which are going to be at 3 to 7 a.m. in the morning.
Nice.
Which I'm actually very excited to see what that's like.
That's going to be a scene.
Coach says he's bringing 5-hour energies for everybody. He's going to make sure that they're packed. The 5-hour energies. I mean, 3 a.m. in the morning.
I guess I'll speak for myself. Am I going straight to the show, or am I waking up to go to the show? That's what I'm struggling with.
Well, the hard part is I love playing cards late.
I'm not a card player.
See, I enjoy playing cards or gambling late, but I know I'm going to need some rest before the show. At least need a
2-hour nap.
At least.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. But also, too, at 3 in the morning, are we going to be hungry? Because
you know the owner.
Because Shaq's saying we can get the kitchen
Jamie
up.
could eat.
The kitchen up. I mean, because do you eat it? Like, I don't ever remember. I was not the type, you're leaving the bars at 2 in the morning, go eat a big meal. Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, Jam, I should have known. I wouldn't see Bob. I wouldn't see
a late night diner trip is the best.
I love diners. I'm obsessed with diners.
Or the late night pizza order where you play the game. Will I pass out before he gets here? Will I wake up tomorrow morning with a pizza on my front step? That's always a fun game.
I did the worst fun game. I would put the pizza in the oven.
Oh, God, no, Bob. Don't turn that oven on.
And one time I did fall asleep. I never forget my dad came down. I was probably like 22, 23. And he came down and was not happy.
Rightfully so.
What, you put like the Elios in or something?
Oh, it was always Totino's.
You were a Totino's man.
Pizza rollsman.
I used to do it so many times that I got to be friendly with the guy at the local Wawa just because of my 2 a.m. stops to get a Totino's on the way.
And
never
you fell asleep.
Mess around with the oven when you've been drinking.
With it in
One
the oven?
time I fell asleep, yeah, and I never did it again.
No,
oh my
God,
gosh.
No.
Yeah.
You fell asleep. By the way, I saw, what is the young, God, I feel terrible. I don't know her name. I know her name. I can see her. Brunette cooking woman. She has a cooking show. She has a talk show. She has a
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray was showing how you can make pizza out of the flatbread.
Yeah, sure.
Sort of roll, not flatbread rolls.
Like the pre-made
like
flatbread.
Pita bread. Flatbread. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to try it. Like it was like you put olive oil on it, put it in the oven for 4 minutes, get it where it's warm and sort of more solid.
Right.
Then putting this stuff on. It looked unbelievable. And I'm not a cook, but I'm going to. That's one of the things I'm going to do when I move into the house. I'm going to try to become more of someone who is proficient in the kitchen because my wife hates to cook.
It's so easy and so fun.
I know, and I was watching it.
It's rewarding.
I said I could do that. What she did, I said I could do.
You'd be amazed how much you can do.
That's not hard. What she did,
trial and error,
and it was, and so it was like that's what she said.
Yeah,
she burned one, like she burned one by putting it into. But olive oil, I love olive oil.
Olive oil is a good thing.
Oh.
I had some bread and olive oil yesterday while I was cleaning up.
Did
the
you
kitchen.
really?
Yeah.
Now, do you put the? Do you have to put?
So I'll get a little cup. I'll put some olive oil in it, a little garlic, and a little Italian seasoning.
So you put Italian seasoning in,
and then stir it up.
Oh,
I don't like it all to settle.
I got to get you this thing I have. It's for the olive oil, but it's 5 containers. One's like a Parmesan, one's like a garlic, one's like an Italian, and you just dump that in the olive oil for the bread dipping.
Really? Where'd you get that? At your first trip ever to Trader Joe's?
No, that was yesterday. I forget where I got that. Trader Joe's
that yesterday.
That was dangerous.
Jamie put out a tweet just heading into Trader Joe's.
Well, I know it's like a cult, and I didn't know what I was walking into.
You know, but you don't have to be a cult member to go to it. I mean, but it's like
that cookie butter's going to make me a cult member.
I would
Holy
say,
hell!
I'd say I would go to a Trader Joe's 3 or 4 times a year, but there are just specialty items in there that were really cool.
It was nice. So my wife does the.
It's expensive though.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Really?
She does. Everything's expensive these days. She does the meal grocery shopping. She stinks at snacks and supplementary stuff. So that falls on me. She stinks. She's terrible at it.
Maybe she doesn't want you to have snacks.
Yeah, I think she's trying to tell me something.
I told you, my wife is like, wait a minute. Where are the Wegmans near where we were going to build? And she was like, the Wegmans.
Wegmans is legit.
Wegmans. That's going to be 4 nights a week dinner.
Yeah.
And then Hill Seafood will be probably 2 nights. And so it'll just be, how do I cook like that? I've got to learn. And now that Bob taught me how to make the bottom of the fish that I get crispy by putting the pan in with tinfoil early, it's a game changer.
Fish is easy. Don't be scared. I have a buddy that's afraid to make fish.
The key is to be patient with fish.
That's it. You got to be patient.
Be patient.
All right. The Philadelphia fan base took a hit yesterday, and it was absolutely fraudulent. And I'm going to tell you why. 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show comes your way next, right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring this Sunday to take on YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers exclusive 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. Now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. You can win $150 on just a $5 bet. That's why they're America's #1 sportsbook. So don't miss out on your chance to win $150 on just a $5 bet. Bet on either fighter to win. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and use promo code Bob to get in on the action. That's promo code Bob. 21 and older and present in Pennsylvania. Odds boosts available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit required. Max bonus $150. Risk-free bet refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms for both offers at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, training in all that is media, broadcast, digital, TV, radio, podcasting, and content creation. It's the nation's most successful media training program and includes job placement assistance. Learn from expert instructors whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. Train on site or online. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com. Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, with the nation's most successful sports broadcasting program. Sports talk, play-by-play, color commentary, sideline reporting. Get trained and coached by professional sports media experts whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. We have a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com. That's gocsb.com.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and a chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, score, and win at BECN.com.
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 small business insurance. With 3, your entire business is covered. So while you can't see the following scene, just know that this contractor's business is protected by 3.
Hey, toss me that drill.
Yeah, man. Heads up.
Oh, that looks expensive.
Now this is an insurance moment. But 3's got it covered. 3 is a product of Berkshire Hathaway Direct Insurance Company. 3, no nonsense, just common sense.
The NFL is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving all new players a can't-miss offer for Week 1. Bet just $1 on any NFL game during the first week of the season and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any Week 1 game. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all the great promotions and daily odds boosts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KJZ to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any Week 1 game. That's code KJZ. For a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Well, the install of your new Anderson 400 series windows is done. They look great. Piece of cake to install. I have them in my own home.
We love them, John.
Beautiful. They really last, so you won't be needing me to fix anything either. This is probably goodbye. Take care.
That was a tough goodbye. Worse than when the kids went to college.
I love our windows, but John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Hey guys, it's Bob Cooney. You want to grab a beer with me? Then meet me at Live Casino. That's right. Beers with Bob is hitting the road. Join me this and every Wednesday at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. We start at 6 and we'll cover everything from the teams, moves, lines, and of course, we'll have some beers. I'll see you Wednesday at Live Casino and Hotel. Luxury hotel, gaming, bars, and restaurants in the heart of South Philly. Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The real estate market is always tough. But this market, it's unlike anything we've ever seen. When the average home stays on the market just 24 days and houses routinely go for more than the listing price, who you work with matters. Realtors have the expertise, local knowledge, and personal touch to give you a competitive advantage throughout the entire home buying process. And And that's something an ordinary agent could never do. So make sure your agent is a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday. Turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Well, even in preseason, football fans can take it to the extreme with overeating and drinking. Now, if you're dragging from the game, feeling just gross from beating up your body the night before, you have to do a juice cleanse with Squeeze.com. Squeeze.com will flush out your system. You'll have more energy, feel less bloated, sleep better, and it'll kickstart you to a healthier lifestyle. Just go to Squeeze.com and order same-day delivery. That's Squeezed.com, the best juice cleanse on the market.
Looking for a hot tip to bet on? Check out the new Match Tips at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. The new tips feature gives you special insights on player props and match bets for the top tips of the day. Go to Bet Rivers before the game, find your match, and tap the tips icon to see independent research on recent team and player performance. Bet with confidence. Visit the Bet Rivers mobile app or go to betrivers.com and get the top tips of the day. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Nine o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. You can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. Super dudes like John would be arguing with the ingredients as he tries to cook. It's weird though, but one of the listeners, I don't know which one said it. I'm sorry about that, but it's the idea that why I've never been good with cooking or wanting to try it is because I do not like trial and error. And I'm not a fan of that. Is that I'm a fan of order and even when I've tried to do things, I don't know how to do that.
I don't think there's as much error as you think. I think it's kind of, and look, probably some chefs out there are going to cringe. I think it's kind of hard to be a bad cook.
Really?
Kind of.
It's hard to be a great one, too.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of gray area.
Being a mediocre cook. And that's one of the things is that I've set it as a goal. I want to be able to cook dinner like 3 nights a week.
Like the one thing I butchered that I found very tough to cook was pasta carbonara because the egg started cooking quicker. Like I had the pan too hot and the egg started cooking and then it became like an egg pasta and it was gross and disgusting.
You got to take it off the pan.
Yeah. Outside of that, there's not really a whole lot that I've butchered while
John,
cooking.
If it's not good, just add salt and butter and you're good to go, man. Seriously.
I do not add salt to anything.
I love cooking.
I got a sea salt cracker.
Okay, no. Sea salt cracker. Are you talking about in a recipe?
Both. It's the same.
See, I do not add salt to anything.
Corn?
Really? Even
No.
like a steak?
No.
I don't either.
Salt a steak?
Salt and pepper a steak? Hell yeah.
I do it before. I do it as I'm cooking.
Wait. Are you talking about
when you're preparing
Okay,
it?
I'm talking about adding salt.
Oh no, not when it's cooked.
No,
when you
salt.
cook
That's why I
properly.
said to you, not salt in a recipe.
I salt certain things. Pre and post.
You can put a little salt on before it goes on the grill. A steak.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, you have to. Let it sit for like 2 hours, room temp, salt and pepper.
Now I'm hungry. Now, Pat, talk about hot dogs made you hungry yesterday.
Yeah.
Talk about steak preparation. Oh, jeez. Love steak. The Philadelphia fan base took a hit again yesterday, and I saw them talk about it on NFL Live, and it pissed me off. The city was ranked as the second worst game day experience in the NFL. 31 out of 32 teams. Now, it was based on how much it costs to go to games, how much the food and beverage selection and cost of those selections. So a lot of crap went into the discussion. But Philly getting ranked 31 out of 32 in the game day experience rankings was absolutely crazy to me. Who finished number one in the rankings? Atlanta. It's completely and utterly preposterous. And those of you who will make the trip to Atlanta for the Eagles opener will realize it's an absolute joke. Even the Atlanta fan base would know that ranking them at the top of an NFL fan base is a complete joke for game day experience.
It's because their stuff's cheap in the stadium.
Because it's cheap, and Arthur Blank made cheap stuff. The fans arrive late, they leave early, and they give up a large swatch of their seats to visiting teams every single game. If it's an Eagle game, a Giant game, a Steeler game, forget about it. It's taken over. Whatever metrics was used are complete nonsense to me. If you're talking about, you list your poll as being about the NFL fan experience. The tailgating scene in Atlanta, dead mediocre compared to top NFL cities. To me, a great game day experience, if you're going to do a poll on game day experience, is based on passion, excitement, energy. And in that case, you could completely flip Atlanta and Philly and put Atlanta towards the bottom and Philly at the top. I demand a recount on this because game day experience to me has never mattered what I paid. If I go to a great restaurant and I have a great meal and it costs me $20, $30 more than I expected, I go, wow, that was a little pricey. But if I had a great meal, I'm okay with it. I've never once walked out of a great game day experience and said, man, you know what, though? I paid too much money for that beer. Or that sandwich was too much money. I don't eat at stadiums anyway. So it is just being cheap.
Yeah.
but it's, Bob, I think game day experience has nothing to do with what you pay.
Well, I mean, if you're an outsider looking in and saying, oh, that's a great tailgate. I had almost as good of one that was $50 and the other one was $500. Yeah, it kind of comes into play, I guess, a little bit. That's the only reason Atlanta won. We know that. It's the only reason because, you can get a $2 dog and a $3 beer.
That's because he's made it cheap because
exactly.
Arthur Blank,
and that's what he chose to do, and it's a great idea. Good for him. They do have a Chick-fil-A in there, which isn't open on Sundays, and you play Sunday football games, so that's stupid. But Eagles tailgate, if you can find me a better one, okay. I'd love to try it.
Chicago's awesome.
Buffalo's cool.
You've been to Chicago for
when I was
Sunday
with
football, right?
When I was with NBC, I would always try to walk the lot if possible and trying to scope the scene out. There's not many that compare to Philadelphia. I mean, Lambeau's awesome. Chicago's pretty cool.
Chicago's fantastic.
Seattle wasn't bad. There's really San Fran was meh.
What was it?
Meh.
See, there's another
Houston.
That's like a dead sheep.
Yeah, Dallas. You know what sucked was Dallas's.
Well, don't they have it set up, though, that it's more like there's segmented parking lots?
Yeah,
and stuff like
that goes into the experience. If you're trying to meet your buddy who's on the other side of the stadium 6 lots away. The Philly, you could just walk Jetro to Link to Citizens Bank.
We would come up from the hotel being in from out of town, and I would take Olivia to the game every single year. And when we'd go up that escalator, she was like walking into Disney World because she just knew when she hit the top of the escalator into the parking lot off of the Broad Street line, that she'd see that mob scene. And she thought that was the coolest thing she ever seen. She goes, why is this not like Atlanta? Why is Atlanta not like this, Dad? Why wouldn't Atlanta people do this? There's just not the passion.
To me, tailgating is 70% of the game day experience.
Now, they do it for college football down south.
Sure.
I mean, tricked out.
Because if it was just about the game, I would watch every game at home. Tailgating is what makes the experience.
Pat, does game day experience mean anything about cost to you? I mean, honestly, it's like your game day experience. If you went to a great game in a great stadium, do you say...
I'm usually not itemizing the bill. I think you go into a game knowing you're going to be, bent over a barrel for everything because parking and food and blah, blah, blah. I think it would help if they made food and parking more affordable, but it's not like it's going to hinder my experience necessarily because it's already what I expect.
That's why I don't like the word of this poll. Game day experience, based on how much you pay for your tickets, how much you pay for beverages, how much you pay for
That's a story I would have
parking.
loved to have done. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
Well,
you can just look up tickets and parking and on. But the real, dive into the story is the tailgate.
Yeah, I mean, the game day experience to me means everything around. I think the experience is everything around the event.
Yeah,
everything that's around it.
I mean, getting in and I never want to go to Foxborough and FedEx Field ever again. because it takes you an hour and a half to get out of the stadium.
Now, is it
that
still
goes into the experience.
Is it still the 2-lane road going into Foxborough?
Yeah.
Or they widened that?
Last time I was up there was still the 2 lanes. I think
that's incredible backup.
it's a nightmare. Getting out of FedEx Field sucks, and that goes into the experience. It's all part of it.
What about getting out of South Carolina on game day? Bob, you've been there for a football game, haven't you?
Yeah,
It's
were.
crazy.
It is.
It's
but
crazy.
fortunately, you're not going too far. You're like, well, we
If you have a
weren't.
hotel
You know what
in
I mean?
Columbia,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So, but yeah, Dallas was the same way with their new big stadium. I went to the NBA All-Star game there one year, and the media bus leaving, I don't know, an hour after the game, it took, first of all, it's like a 20-minute ride to downtown Dallas. It took us probably an hour and a half because it's
incredible.
Basically one highway, and you have 106,000 people.
I love the Eagles game day experiences.
It's great. You can take the Broadway line for free after games,
or the Broad Street line.
Or what did I say? Broadway?
Yeah, you
oh,
said
jeez.
Broadway.
All right, I quit. See you guys.
What are you singing? Show tunes?
I'm going up to New York. Jeez.
I mean, the best in the city, would be, I used to work some Sundays at the paper, and driving in, you would just see people parking down Broad Street. Like, I don't know, Broad and Spring Garden, whatever, and people would park there and get in and go because they wouldn't have to worry about the parking downtown. They're down at the stadiums.
I actually like the experience in the Broad Street line, too.
Yeah.
On a game day.
Oh, yeah.
Walking out of that tunnel, Olivia's right, is like, whoa.
When you go up the escalator and you're up in that parking lot, and it's a zoo. It's crazy.
Controlled chaos.
Unbelievable. Staples Connect has everything you need to help to get ready for back to school. Amazing prices for everything on your list. Visit your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com and be more than ready for school with Staples. So everybody back to school handled in everybody's house? Back to school? You don't have back to school yet. I mean,
well, my wife, being a teacher, that's back to school. She started yesterday.
So is she all her supplies?
Her building is not quite ready. Let's just say that.
Does her classroom need anything?
Yeah, a lot.
Like what does she need for her classroom?
Electricity?
Oh, no. I'm talking about, does she need any school supplies?
No, she needs just the basics.
This is something we used to do sometimes for...
a fundraiser for teachers?
Teachers that were... No,
Let me ask her about her and her kids, or her teachers at school.
Well, I would like to ask, it made me think about it with, one of our own. We got Alyssa.
Yeah.
And we've got Natalie, and we've got other people. I believe there's other teachers. I'm not sure if Alyssa's also a teacher.
Alyssa, I believe, is.
Alyssa's a teacher. I don't know if Natalie is or not. Some of the guys out there may be teachers. If you're somebody in our YouTube group or you're one of our listeners and your room needs something,
they can make, I know teachers make Amazon the wish list or want list or whatever it is. And
I bet you we could get some of them filled for you.
I bet we could.
Just for the kids to be able to, just be able to have things for your room.
One of my high school teachers just posted on
wish
Facebook.
list?
She posted a wish list, yeah.
Because, I mean, there's things that, ask Addie tonight.
I will.
Ask her and see if she needs anything. And if you're one of our, especially, like I know we have teachers that listen to the show, things like that, and you're just looking for stuff
We love
for
our
your
teachers.
Room. You're looking for stuff for your room.
Sunday's going to be a sad day.
I know it's going to be sad for you.
Bob.
My last one goes to college. Yep.
Are you mentally prepared for it?
Nope.
Will wine be flowing?
And it was funny because, and it's because...
wine or tears? Which one's more?
She and I got into a little thing the other day. So my daughter, for people listening, my daughter Jen is going away to college
dad,
on
by
Sunday.
the way.
No. So I was wrong in some aspects. I have a little bit of a temper. And, I'm a little hard-headed and stuff. And she got some of that from me. So we're like magnets. That aren't, when you have them opposed to each other, you just can't come to that common ground. So yesterday at one point we just looked at each other and started laughing. It was like, I was wrong. No, I was wrong. All right, you were wrong. And then we started laughing, and you just hug it out, and that's it. I said, I can't be mad at you for the rest of the week. You're going away on Sunday. So yeah, that'll be
Is
weird.
this going to be the worst for you?
The first one was really tough. Like Bobby going away, your first one, you put in the room and you leave, and you're like, oh man. And you had that doubt of, is he ready? Is he not?
But dad-daughter is a different dynamic.
Dad-daughter is a different dynamic. Mother-daughter is going to be hard to watch. Yeah. So those two are best friends. So that's going to be watching Donna and Jenna separate. I think Donna might buy an apartment right down there next to
Guess what?
her. No, she's only 20 minutes away.
No, but
She'll
the thing
be fine.
is that's what I keep trying to say is that if one of the Philly schools lands Olivia, then I told my wife, I said, you're not going to be far. Wherever she chooses to go to school, you're not going to be far. And by the way, you can go wherever you want. Like, you can see her.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to me, I'm excited for her to go to college.
Yeah.
My wife says, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. I don't want to hear it. Like, she don't want to hear it. Now, I guarantee you the week before, I'll probably be like, oh, gosh, I'm not going to see her every day.
Yeah.
Right now, I've had 8 months to break into it, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not seeing her every day.
Yeah, it's different, and but it's to hear their experiences and
awesome?
all.
No, you're excited for her.
Oh, absolutely. You know what the funny thing is? I just thought of this, and this comes into our sports world. So John Giannini, who's a friend of ours, friend of the show's, who was the head coach at LaSalle.
Is he at Rowan?
He's at Rowan. So my oldest son, Bobby, went to LaSalle all 4 years. John was there. He was the head basketball coach. Kyle went to LaSalle for his first year. John was the basketball coach. Kyle was a walk-on on the basketball team. Now I'm sending Jenna to Rowan. John is now the athletic director down at Rowan. So all three of my kids that I've sent to college, John Giannini's been
But he can have eyeballs on them, too.
Well, he has, and he's done that. And he has done that. And I always told my kids, if you ever need a ride home, anything, you need $20 for a date, anything like that, you let me know, whatever. He's always been great like that. But I sent him a text, and I just said, I'm really not following you around the country. Please don't think I can only send my kids to where you're, employed.
Did you have rules of communication as far as, like, how often did Donna with your other kids to be able to say, check, I want before you go to bed, send me a text. When you're in safely, send me a text. When you wake up in the morning, send me a text, tell me you're okay, tell me good morning, just to know you're there. Because that's right. I send the girls videos every morning.
Yeah.
Quick little video. How you doing? Hope you have a great day. I know you got a big test today. Honey, I know you're doing this.
Yeah, this is my biggest challenge as a father, and Jamie will have this and all that with having a girl. It's going to be different for me. Like, Bobby went away. Was I nervous Friday, Saturday nights? What are they doing? But you have to have some form of trust. Kyle, same thing. They're boys, though, and you're kind of more... Okay, girl, this is going to be tough.
It is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Jamie, does this give you the sweats?
A little bit, yeah. I'm just, we're working on complete sentences right now. The thought of sending her away blows my mind a little bit.
I'm telling you this right now is that the idea of it drives my wife crazy. That she says as controlled you are about wanting to do things in order and everything like that, I say to Libby all the time, you're gonna love living in the dorms. You're gonna make friends you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
Well, that's because
you're gonna have all these things, and my wife's like, stop talking about it.
I think you have complete confidence in her, so that probably adds to your excitement.
That could be.
Yeah.
But mom should too. We raised the same kid.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to wish away the final year,
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Dustin in Willow Grove joins us on the Fanatic. Good morning, Dustin.
John, boys, how you guys doing today?
Good, buddy.
What's up, Dustin?
Bob, congratulations, man. I see more tea times in your future. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
He's got to pay for college, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Oh, yeah. So, John, you struck a nerve. I'm a guy and Jamie knows very well, I am down at the stadium before the sun comes up on Sundays. I'm the guys in line waiting to get into our parking spots. I don't know where some guy, I'm assuming this guy might be from New York that wrote this article.
No. It was a poll of fans from around the country, and it encompassed all 32 NFL cities.
I don't know what that is then.
No, but they based it all on like cost of your ticket, face value, cost of parking, cost of beverages, how long it takes you in traffic, things like this. Instead of just talking about the experience of going to a game, the energy, the excitement.
And I get it every week, John. I get guys from different fans from other teams that come and go through tailgates or whatnot, and they're in awe. Because there's not many, I've been to many, many road games, and there's not many teams out there where fans are down there 6 hours before a game setting up for tailgates. I've been to Atlanta. A 1 o'clock game,
it's boring.
There was guys not even setting up at 10 o'clock.
No, it's
not even 10 o'clock.
People are wandering in at like 1:15 on 1 o'clock games, and I would get told, Dustin, for years, and I would rip the fans for it. I would rip the fan base and say, wait a minute. So Dan Quinn was the last coach who started to call it out. We want to have the fans in their stands at 1 o'clock for the kickoff. And then they would tell me, well, we go to church on Sundays. And I'd be like, last time I looked, you can go to church earlier in the morning and still get to a 1 o'clock kickoff. There's no energy in the building.
No, and I remember covering Sixers games down there. I was often surprised at how late people would show up. I remember making the comment one time, what is this, LA East?
And and by the way, it is.
And
the
then
urban sprawl,
it's just basically, there's not a lot of juice down there. I didn't get from Sixers games, at least.
I think the issue I took with the whole thing was it said the NFL fan experience. And Pat, I can tell you, going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it's gorgeous, but it's going to a mall. It's like you're going to a high-end mall.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I mean, you don't.
No, I'm there for a game.
By the way, I've heard Philly people, many people since I've returned home, telling me, I don't like the link.
I don't like the link.
It's just okay.
I love the link.
I like it a lot.
I can't stand
think it's fantastic. Maybe it's because I just judge it against the vet.
I hate you can't get around the upper level entirely.
So you don't like that?
No.
Okay.
I think it's bland and poorly designed.
Yeah, I think it's just...
What's poorly designed? What don't you like about it?
So the link was great, and there was a true home field advantage because of the fact that it was a concrete bowl that kept sound in. Seattle did it. You can design a stadium to keep sound in. That's why the quote-unquote the 12th man is so dominant. It's not because they show up in droves and they're louder. No, their stadium is designed to keep sound in. With the link, the design has sound literally escaping both end zones, basically. And that's why I feel like there's not this home field advantage that you saw with the vet that you see with the link.
Under Doug Peterson, under Andy Reid in that building, there was quite, Doug Peterson had quite the home field advantage. I think his points per game given up in his career as Eagles coach was maybe 8 or 9 points less, 10 points. Almost.
Oh, they had a home field advantage.
Like defensively, it seemed to really spur the defense.
Yeah.
It helped his defense. Jim Schwartz is...
I remember doing the splits last year or the year before. It's noticeable.
I would give you another homework assignment, but I know you've already got homework, and I'm figuring then you're going to have to get a letter from Addie saying Jamie didn't do his homework.
The dog ate it, John.
The dog ate his homework. By the way, Doc pulled that off once.
Yeah? I wonder if that's actually ever happened to somebody. I'm sure it has, right?
Doc back at St. Anastasia was jumping the hedges and had to give Father Kane didn't like the kids jumping the hedges and bending the hedges and breaking them, so Doc had to write a punishment. He didn't write the punishment. I was like 3 or 4 years old. So Doc says, I didn't do the punishment. He asked his teacher. And the teacher says, why you didn't do it? And he goes, my brother ate it.
Oh, you were the dog in this case.
Yes, because we didn't have a dog. So literally the teacher called Betty and said, Tom got in trouble today. He didn't do his assignment and his punishment, and he said his brother ate it.
Did Betty Foxhole you here?
I was a baby. I mean, I was like a young little kid.
Or Foxhole Doc, I guess I should say.
My mom said, are you really calling me about this? She said, punish him again. She said, the teacher asked, his brother didn't do anything with it, right? He didn't eat it. And she goes, you're actually calling me about this? Punish him again. Just like, but this is, she laughed about it. Like, she thought it was funny that the teacher was like, did he really eat? Is there any chance that he really? No, he didn't eat it.
No, John doesn't like eating loose leaf paper.
But Doc was not the sharpest tool. I'm just going to say he wasn't the sharpest tool. He's blaming me for that.
He was just a tool for doing that.
He was a tool for throwing his brother, little brother, under the bus.
Under the bus.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, come on. With the better. By the way, too, jumping the hedges, that was fun.
Jumping the hedges? To get to school?
No. We would jump the hedges in the parking lot.
Like a hurdle.
And like a hurdle.
No, I know.
But I couldn't ever get enough leap. I was smaller. Couldn't get enough leap. And so it would end up being like the hedges would almost throw you.
Oh, yeah. They'd almost spring you back,
yes,
right?
It would be fun. Yeah. That was a fun thing. And then they'd get very upset about it. All right. Jamie said something yesterday that made me scratch my head. By the way, I could write that as a tease every single day of the week. Plus, I haven't bought something that I'm supposed to. We'll talk about it next. It's the John Kincade Show. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is on me. That's on me.
I'm not going to say anything today.
I like the dramatic pause, though.
No, that is on me.
Bobby, where were you, Bob? Come on.
I'm here.
I like it that Bob was the foxhole guy waiting to step in. I know we're going to Vegas, and I want you to go to Vegas with us. Philly Sports Trips right now has options for you to get in on the whole trip. Those are limited, and you got to get on them fast. A 4-night trip with charter flight, a welcome party at the Planet Hollywood Resort, private magic show by John Dorenbos, an awesome tailgate by Cavs Caterers, and then the game itself. You don't want to miss this epic trip. It's going to be awesome. Go to phillysportstrips.com and put a deposit now, right down, if you want to be with us. Now, if you're already going on your own trip and you've already got your own plans to be in Vegas in the game, you can still join us for the parties and the magic show. You can buy them separately if you wish. Those are limited in number by space. So go to phillysportstrips.com today. Book it now, even if you just want to go to the private magic show or you want to go to our Sunday morning poolside tailgate. It's going to be awesome. Join us for the parties and the magic show or the trip itself. Go to phillysportstrips.com.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Fanatic Fan Fest 2021 is on Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Go to 975thefanatic.com for more details.
Brought to you by Hooters and Hooters Bikini Beach at Fan Fest. Hooters makes you happy.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you get more than one shot to swing for the fences. Because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back in-site credit if your first bet doesn't win. There's a reason FanDuel Sportsbook is the top-ranked sportsbook app on Apple and Google Play. The app is simple to use. They've got great offers on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlay, and always-on promotions to let you get more action out of every game day. And when you win, FanDuel will pay your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's a thought. You wouldn't wear your PJs to an important business meeting, right? So why would you wear your running shoes on a serious walk? You need footwear that was designed specifically for walking, and nobody on the planet makes walking shoes that can even touch Skechers Go Walk Styles, the world leader in technical walking footwear. Skechers are walking shoes specialists, and Go Walk has a variety of technical walking products that will show you what your walk has been missing, like Go Walk Hyperburst with foam that's ultra lightweight with incredible rebound that helps propel you forward with every step, or Go Walk Arch Fit with podiatrist certified arch support that gives your walk the comfort and support you need mile after mile. And not only do Go Walk styles bring the tech, they bring the comfort, and with all the colors and designs you love in both easy slip-on and sporty lace-ups. Plus, they're even machine washable and surprisingly affordable. That's walking smart. So don't walk in shoes made for something else. Walk in shoes specially designed for walking. Skechers Go Walk. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Sunday! It's the savings event of the season. Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Your chance to save big by bundling your home and auto insurance. But only this Sunday. Unless you're busy, in which case you can bundle Tuesday. Or if you already have dinner plans, then try Friday. But if the week gets away from you, you can just wait till next Sunday. Because Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon isn't going anywhere. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
While you've been busy getting reacquainted with the outside world, the team at Sugar House Online Casino has also been busy, adding more and more slots to the already huge collection of games. When you're ready to try something new this summer, take an online trip to Sugar House and play these new games from anywhere in the state, anytime, day or night. See what's new at Sugar House. Download the Sugar House mobile app or visit playsugarhouse.com today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and a chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, score, and win at BECN.com.
People are flipping out over the new Samsung phones, and the hype is deserved. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G unfolds into a tablet, and the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G fits in the palm of your hand. Show off with 2 screens in one. Snap selfies hands-free. Step into the spotlight wherever you go. Pre-order Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G or Z Flip 3 5G today and get up to $200 in Samsung.com credit. Are you ready? Valid through 8/26 while supplies last at select retailers. See additional terms and conditions at Samsung.com.
If you think you've broken a bone or have been told by your doctor that you have a fracture, it's time to get in and get seen at the Einstein Orthopedics Fracture Care Clinic. With same-day in-person or telehealth appointments, Einstein's Fracture Care Clinic gives you more than peace of mind. Einstein Orthopedics provides answers when you need them. Visit einstein.edu/fracturecare to learn more. That's einstein.edu/fracturecare.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
The NFL is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving all new players a can't-miss offer for Week 1. It doesn't get any simpler. Just bet $1 on any NFL game during the first week of the season and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any Week 1 game. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all the great promotions and daily odds boosts. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any Week 1 game. That's code FANATIC for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for making the John Kincade Show part of your routine. Our whole crew, we love you in many different ways.
Yes.
It's a big day there, Bobby.
Big day. Tommy Cooney birthday today. Friend of the show, Tommy Cooney.
Happy
birthday,
Tommy.
Tommy.
A huge friend of the show.
He's the man.
He better be.
Yeah.
Better be a huge friend of the show.
Yep.
Good job, Tommy. Don't be wandering.
Way to be born.
Don't be wandering off this show.
I don't know if he gets up before this show, to be honest, because his day starts a little later. But
Olivia started the crazy thing that she's getting up before school to go to the gym.
Whoa.
And that's I mean, I'm like, get your sleep. No, I want to get up and go to the gym and everything.
Yeah, I did that senior year of high school. I got up and ran before school because...
Did it help you?
To get ready for basketball season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I hated it.
I mean, it's...
Running's the worst.
That is awesome. Will Tommy have special meal today? Was that?
What's the request?
In the Cooney house, is there a
ice cream cake?
You get whatever meal you want.
So Tommy's cool. He here's his ritual when it comes to his birthday. He texts or emails or gets in touch somehow with the relatives and a couple aunts and uncles and stuff and a grandmother, and lets them know what they can get him.
I love that.
Now, Tommy, as most of you know, Tommy's 25. He has autism, so this is his day.
By the way, Jamie and I are taking that right off of Tommy's playbook.
Yeah, right? And, he said pizza and wings tonight.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he'll get his, he fancies a panzerotti, so he'll get his panzerotti tonight.
It's in the calzone. It's a cousin of the calzone.
It's a cousin. The calzone has like ricotta cheese, I believe.
Yeah.
And a calzone is basically, it's like a pizza turnover.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's not I never really know I mean,
but
I
it's
guess.
not a stromboli to the calzone.
Stromboli doesn't do the ricotta.
It's like a bread.
Well,
Is
the
stromboli
Stromboli's the
and
normal
calzone
pizza
are different,
cheese.
right?
I think a calzone's more ricotta, soft cheese.
I always thought the
then-
bread was what was made the calzone and the stromboli.
I think it's all the same.
There you go. So
It's all cheese.
Cheese, bread, and sauce. It's all good.
Happy birthday, Tommy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tommy.
Hey, the official sportsbook partner of the Real Philly Sports Fan on Twitter is Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Go to Parks Sportsbook on Twitter. You get daily specials, insights, and more. You got to be 21. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Okay, Jamie said something yesterday that made me scratch my head. And again, I could write that tease every single day for you.
Make you think.
But
what's this guy's deal?
he said, and I wrote it down when you said it because you said it twice. We need Zach Eflin back so bad.
Yeah.
That's what you wrote. That's what you said once, and then you said some iteration of that later in the conversation.
Yeah,
Boy,
he threw on Saturday.
This team needs Zach Eflin back so bad. A guy who's been having his worst season since 2018. Now, look, I love Jamie's grasping at positivity because I think it's awesome because I'm still believing that 4.5 games is going to change. It's going to get closer. The Braves are going to come back to the pack, and the Phillies are going to have a chance. But you tossing out the Zach Eflin straw is one I didn't see coming. I've got to tell you, he's having his worst year since 2018.
I don't really think so. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than Ranger Suarez. I just thought Ranger Suarez was one of your bright bullpen pieces this year.
Okay.
He's going to tax the bullpen every time he starts. I think Eflin can give you 5 innings every game, more or less. He's a guy that, even though his numbers might soar, he's going to grind through games. He's going to keep you in games.
Ranger only had the real one poopy
No,
pants.
I know, but he's been better in the bullpen. Like, he was such a bright spot for them in the bullpen, and he's been really good as a starter. I just want Zach Eflin back because I think it makes the bullpen better.
I want Zach Wheeler back, by the way.
He'll be fine.
The last 2 times in a pennant race,
He'll be all right.
when we need him the most, he's been less than optimal. So I need that. I was surprised. The Zach Eflin card, Bob, was one I didn't expect Jamie to play.
Well, it's kind of reminiscent of this season where Rhys Hoskins comes back and Jamie kind of says, and I'm not putting Jamie down on this at all. And
Let's
Jamie
put
says,
Jamie down next segment.
Yeah. He says, look how much the offense gets flowing when Rhys Hoskins gets back. Could be their MVP. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the season, or maybe even into this season, and now wanting to get Zach Eflin back because it would mean so much. And he correctly states it. Ranger Suarez is better off in the pen. There's no question about it. But it's kind of true, but it's what this season is. You're going to be better with a Rhys Hoskins and with a Zach Eflin.
Yeah, and Eflin's having his career best whip. Like, you can define pitching.
We can find.
To me, whip's more important than a lot.
I don't think there's many more important things than your ERA. Your ERA is you. Own it. You own it. That's your ERA.
Well, yeah, but defense contributes to your ERA, and he has the worst. If Rhys Hoskins and Alec Boehm.
No, it doesn't.
It can contribute.
No, you're going to get an unearned run. It's not going to affect it.
I mean, his ERA is.
You're going to get an unearned run.
It's slightly higher, 4.13 to 4.17. It's a 4.1 ERA. It's not like the guy's been bad. He's been good. His whip is his career best. He's been a bright spot for this rotation this year.
Bright spot, Pat?
I wouldn't say he's been a bright spot necessarily, but he hasn't been.
He didn't go the other
hindrance.
way.
Yeah, he hasn't been a hindrance. I mean, if you give me a rotation of Wheeler, Nola, Gibson, Eflin, and Suarez, I'll take that all day.
Yeah, but there was a time this year where I thought Zach Eflin had turned a corner. I don't believe that.
Peak was always a 3 at best.
Yeah, but the thing is, he hasn't turned the corner. He reverted.
I don't think he reverted at all.
He reverted to what he's always been. He's the same pitcher he's always been.
He's got his career best whip. I mean, whip is a reflection of who you're putting on base.
Okay, you're finding a statistic that fits it. His basic.
It's a very important statistic.
And you're finding a statistic that helps you,
no,
though.
I'm finding the one that's the most basic of all.
Last year he went he was a 3.97 ERA. This year he's 4.17. It's extremely close, and the season's not over yet.
And that's
in double the innings.
Pat, my point is, I just said he's the pitcher he's always been.
No, but my point is, like, you can't rip Jamie for finding a stat that fits his narrative when you're finding a stat.
Corner.
Well, it's better than what they got.
I'd say
the same pitcher
he stays
he's always
status quo.
been. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
then you're backing me up.
That's a good number. I'm backing both of you up.
But you're saying
I can do that.
Status quo is what I said.
Yeah, I'm backing both of you up.
He's the same guy he's always been.
I like both of you guys equally.
Well, you don't have to.
I had the feeling he was better this year, and I wasn't looking at numbers. I had the feeling that Eflin early in the year, we were kind of like, okay, good. He's not the old Eflin that was trying to pitch up and trying to do the things that the old staff was getting him to do. I'm anxious to see if he can come back, and I hope to God he can. But if he does, will they go to a 4-man rotation the rest of this year with the way the schedule plays out? Can they do that or no?
They can't do that.
Depends on days off and stuff like that.
This team is so team bubble wrap on everything. They can't go to a 4-man rotation.
Bubble wrap, except when it comes to Aaron Nola's career high in pitches in the ninth inning of a game with
Ranger Suarez is then not. It's not going to help your staff that way because I guess Suarez stays in your starting.
Because this is team bubble wrap.
Yeah.
The way they do
All
things
teams are team bubble wrap. It seems like, you know?
I guess so. Is that and that's fair, Bob. I mean, it is. It's just they're so protective of everything.
I'd rather have Suarez though as your number 5 than anyone else.
I would too,
because Suarez is going to be on the team next year. He only threw 86 pitches last game, and he went 4 2/3. He didn't pitch great. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you
don't lie to
he
us.
pitched
Pat,
well,
Pat,
but
don't lie to us.
I mean, theoretically, he probably could have went 5 innings. So, I mean, he's going to be on the team next year. Chase Anderson won't be. Matt Moore won't be. And they're probably going to give you what Ranger Suarez gives you, if not worse.
But the bullpen gets strengthened also if Ranger gets added to it. I mean, he was stellar in the pen this year. Stellar.
Yeah, and up until last start, he's been pretty good at his
pretty good.
He did a good job.
I just see yourself getting better in your rotation and your bullpen by making that move.
I would love to see that I love the optimism, but I haven't seen anything out of. I thought there was a time where I was going to have to apologize to Zach Eflin and say, all right, I underestimated you. You are a completely different pitcher. And by the way, there was a time this year where I thought he was. I thought he's a different guy. He's status quo. He's the same guy. And I don't
Which is fine.
No, I don't think it's fine.
Well, it has to do with what your expectations are.
Yeah,
what are your expectations for him?
I'm waiting for at some point for him to show improvement in an upside.
His ceiling was always a 3. He was never going to be better than that.
I don't think he's a 3 on a winning team.
That's a ceiling.
He's not a 3 on this team.
I said he's a back. He has to.
He's a 4 here, which is a great.
He must be the back end of the rotation. This team's only got 2, if I believe.
I think a lot of teams would like a Zach Eflin if it's a 4 or 5.
Yeah. Oh no! I would like that. I'll take him.
Well, that's what he'll be.
And when you got Gibson, he became the 4.
Yes, and that's the key.
And Nola's the 3. And Gibson's the 2.
They had to go get Gibson though because they know they don't have a 3.
Well, when they got Gibson, they had 2 starters at that point.
And they don't even know they have a 2, honestly.
Yeah, caller has a point.
Now Jamie brings up a fact, though, an optimistic point about if Aaron Nola can rebound, which was the thing. Now, I don't know if the Sixers need him, but I guess with Dwight Howard,
throw some bows in there.
They actually have improved the rebounding at the center position.
Yes, they have. Andre Drummond's a hell of a rebounder.
He's a fantastic rebounder. So I don't understand why would they need him to be a rebounder?
All right, well let's live in pipe dream land.
Okay,
and let's assume Aaron Nola's going to get maybe 6 or 7 more cracks at this, roughly.
Yes.
About that.
Okay.
If he can go, let's say 5-2 in those 7 starts with a sub-3 RA and helps the team get some crucial wins, can he erase the memories of this season for you? Because for me, he can.
No questions asked.
Because September is his biggest hurdle. He's having a tumultuous season, his weirdest of his career. He's been brilliant at times and he's been awful at times.
No questions asked. Yeah,
if he helps them propel he can wipe that slate completely clean for me.
Look, I already told Pat. I said there will be I am absolutely off. There will be no snide comments. There will be no remarks or otherwise. If he can do the things that he should do, that he should do.
He should, but not this season. There's no expectations he should do them this year, which is why there's a lot of frustration with him.
To me, there is expectation.
So you said 5 out of 7 starts get wins and sub-3 ERA?
Yeah, like he needs to be good and help the team be great.
That's great.
Sub-3, though.
All right, let's say 3.5.
Guess what?
Let's say 3.5.
If you say sub-3.5, I will give you that.
All right, let's move it up to 3.5. That's more fair.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
If he gives them, by the way, Saturday night, no matter how it ended, I am not oblivious to the fact that he did a damn good job.
He was great up until that.
He gave them a chance to win, and then his manager put him in a position that he shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
So, but I understand is that he did a really, really good job on Saturday night. It was a coin flip. If I was the manager, and I'll even say it because somebody asked me yesterday, you're telling me if you were the manager you would have removed him? I said, no, I told you it was a coin flip. I would have been torn if I was Joe Girardi on Saturday night.
Oh, I would have been completely torn.
Very torn. I would have been sitting there going, damn, I'm damned if I do, if I'm damned if I don't. But my whole point was they went and got Ian Kennedy for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason was to be in that position at that time to close down a big game.
Yeah, I
think that was what they should have done.
Sure, but wiping the slate clean is twofold because he would be not only helping the team in a playoff push, he'd be answering his biggest question as a pitcher to date, and that's, can he get over the September hurdle? Because people say he's not physically built for the longevity of a season. It's been the knock on him.
It has been.
If he can come up big in September, yeah, rightfully so. It's his worst month by far. If he can come up big in September, it would, I think, ease a lot of nervousness we have about Nola's near future here.
Yeah, and I think it's very fair. And at some point, everybody gets the chance to, except Keith Olbermann, gets the chance to clean the slate with me. So I mean, everybody gets the chance. And to me, Aaron Nola, I want to love Aaron Nola because I need him. I want to love him because I need him, and he pitches for the team that I love.
Well, you look, and he gives you, he teases you.
Yes,
right?
he does.
He goes to the Mets and he strikes out 10 in a row to tie a major league record. He strikes out 6 or 7 in a row the other night and goes perfect through 6. He's got those performances, 10, 11, 12 strikeouts that make you say, oh, here he is.
He can be the guy.
Yeah, and then it's either an inning or an inning too long or 5, 10 pitches too much, whatever it may be, that kind of brings you back to reality. It's just like this Phillies team. That's what's most frustrating. You see what might be, but it's just not there consistently.
And that's what...
Which makes it almost more frustrating.
I don't like... It's weird to me, and Jamie, the whole point on... And not to go back to the last conversation, but it's what brings me back to... the whole Zach Eflin conversation. I keep waiting for him to have the breakout year where everybody goes, it all came together for, and I thought it was earlier this year. I thought he was having that year. It was all coming together for him. All the synapses are firing. He's going to have a different performance this year, and he didn't. And that's where
the way you framed it was his worst ERA since 2018. When you look at his career, it's his third best ERA of his career.
I understand.
So you can frame it different ways.
It's worse since 2018.
But this is what he is.
But I expect him to be an ascending player.
Well, so his 3.97 last year that he got, I think we can all admit, is probably about as good as he's ever going to be.
I didn't think so.
A sub-4 ERA is good.
Wait a minute, I bet with Pat at 3.75. Guess what? I was reasonable. I said 3.75 is our bet.
I think that's phenomenal if Zach Eflin gives you that.
To go from 3.94 to 3.75, I don't think was
that's not that
setting
much.
the bar like, man, that's a lot.
I just think that's what he is.
He's gone the opposite way.
Yeah, but slightly.
Yeah, but he hasn't improved.
You wanted a slight
whip
improvement, and in your opinion, he took a slight regression.
Yes,
but the season's not
back
over.
to what he is.
I got you. So, Pat, I don't think he can. The only thing is, I don't think he can move an ERA 0.4. What might he?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a mathematician. I work in radio.
I don't think he can.
But look, let's look at next year because Gibson is here, and that's a positive for the Phillies.
Certainly is.
So Zach Eflin will be naturally slotted into the 4 spot next year. That's a really good situation entering next year.
It's not too late for Zach Eflin to win Cy Young.
Or maybe it could be Mr. Krause. Could be a 5th starter next year.
He got hammered last start.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
He's only in Double-A too.
Yeah. See, I like Double-A.
I'm not sold on him, I
like Double-A to the majors better than Triple-A to the majors.
Yeah, I'm still a traditionalist.
No, because higher ranked prospects are in Double-A. Make the jump. Some guy. There's the average age of AAA teams is much older.
Yeah, you get like the Eric Kratzes of the world.
You get guys that are like on shuttle buses.
Yeah, but for pitchers, I actually like it because of the fact that you have the veteran
bats
who have been up there. Yeah, so I like the pitcher in AAA more than the pitcher in AA.
Hey, if you're going to Vegas for the Birds game on your own, we want you to crash our party and the John Dorenbos Magic Show. Check out PhillySportsTrips.com. There's room for you and your friends to join us at some of our events, but they are limited in space. So there is limited space to it. So make sure that you have done that. I haven't bought my replica jersey yet. I'm wondering, do I just like...
Well, we talked about it. BG's a good one.
But it was supposed to
good
be...
forever.
It was supposed to be Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I think that's a safe one.
I committed to that.
I think it's a safe one.
I think a nice Billy McMullen would fit you well.
I could tell.
A nice throwback of the Billy Mick.
Oh, my gosh.
Devontae's a safe one.
Here we go.
What's
Anthony
up?
Gargano's in the house. Wait a minute, you're just doing the little face there to Bob. Bob asked you, what's up? And you went,
I'm trying to think. So who are you going to get? You want to get Devontae Smith?
Yeah. Because I think he's the safest bet to.
BG and Ertz are all time. Like, they're throwbacks now.
I don't want to get Ertz and then Howie.
He's going to break.
Flips him for a 6th round
Yeah,
pick.
well,
I go, that sucks.
Well, he's going to break Carmichael's record.
Would you guys be open to a purge at the deadline?
You mean of veterans? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's your Ertz.
Where are you, though?
Yeah, what's the record?
What are you, 2-5?
I mean,
you're 2-5.
Are they really going to be?
No, I think 2-5.
4-2, 5-2.
No, I think 2-5 seems logical.
Yeah.
So to me, absolutely.
Right.
Sign me up for the purge.
Right.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah.
Because I want this off season to be amazing.
Depending on the guy, and yeah.
Well, any veteran. Is there a veteran you want to?
Like Lane Johnson, I think is still young enough where you can get 5-6 years out of.
I think you could get a
Brandon
second
Brooks
night draft pick if there was a purge.
Why you would trade Lane?
No, if you get, I wouldn't want to trade Lane.
Right, I wouldn't trade.
But I would tell you this:
Lane.
if you put Lane Johnson on the block, if he had a healthy start to the year, and you put him on the block, you could get a second night draft pick.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you could get
absolutely.
Second or third round pick.
But that's why I don't trade him.
I agree.
I wouldn't want to trade him because it's just an answer.
That's interesting.
But after the injury.
Well, it seems like they might have some depth on their offensive line. So if you have someone that you think can capably replace a Lane Johnson and you're purging, like you said, Ant, second-round pick for Lane Johnson?
You get second or third. I'm saying second night.
I mean, would you guys...
What is he, 30?
The first part, real quick, the first part of the schedule is so nasty,
brutal, yeah.
right? Would you guys be willing to just kind of walk away with a bushel of picks?
I would. Sign me up. If it's bad. If the first 2 months are bad, I'm all in. I believe they will be.
Exactly. I'd be more apt to trade Cox than I would be Lane.
But the thing is, though, Fletcher Cox is going to get a third day pick.
Depends on the team that's buying. If they're a D tackle away from
not with that money,
Lombardi.
Remember, it's all about money. You're not getting.
Yeah, but Lane's not
It's like
cheap.
when we argued about Zach Ertz being traded. I kept saying to you, Zach Ertz is not getting traded because nobody wants that money.
Well, the Eagles could have eaten some of it.
Nobody's going to want Fletcher Cox's money.
He's a great player, man.
He is.
Fletcher's a great player.
And I think, is there value to keeping around some guys like that just, if you are in a rebuild type situation, to keep them around?
They're a bridge. Yeah, I'm all for it unless I could get higher picks. Right.
I love the boatload of
picks. Yeah, exactly. Like walking away with a sack of picks.
I would love it. You know? You're like, what are you, Santa Claus over there?
Right.
You're carrying it like Santa.
Picks.
You weren't doing like the burglar. You were doing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Fletcher only has 2 more years of big dead cat money, and then he's down to minimal.
How much money?
He's owed this year is 22. Next year's only 13.1.
Okay,
excuse me. His cap hit is 23. His dead cap is 13.1.
Okay, that's not as bad.
It's not horrible.
That's not horrible, especially if you were a team that felt you were close.
And then 23 and 24, he's down to $5 million cap hit and a $1.4 million cap hit.
Yeah. How old is he now?
He's a tradable
31?
piece.
31?
If you're, I believe he's about 31. Yeah. Maybe 30.
About that because that also comes into play.
Yeah, but D tackles.
Yeah,
you know what?
They're grizzled.
Yeah.
They're
he's 30.
They're like Cuz Radio. Grizzled. It's grizzled radio. It's not pretty boy radio, except for Tunis. He's in there checking his face and everything. He's all grizzled. It's grizzled radio. You're grizzled. You are.
Because I don't shave.
You're in a grizzled day today. Hey, remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join us on our generous partner, WinDonation. Make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. Enough. You want grizzled? You're getting grizzled. You're getting hometown grizzled. Anthony Gargano and Cuz Radio comes your way next, right here on The Fanatic. Make it a great Tuesday, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage